Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of my playtest campaign. This is a campaign for a game that I'm currently developing, a TTRPG called Fables, similar to Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder and such. There is information about the game, or there will be a video about it soon on the channel, so you can learn more about it. And also there is a Discord that anybody is welcome to join and see the rules, and you can communicate and interact with all the members of the game and myself and such to learn more about the game. Unfortunately, I do not plan on recording intros like this at the beginning of every single game. This is only necessary because I did unfortunately forget to record like the first 10 minutes of this game. So I will just be giving everyone context so when they're going into the game, they're not confused on what is going on. Yeah, without further ado, here is the beginning scene. Dogladar is a massive architectural expanse that spreads across one end of the Hearts River to the other. Towering drawbridges on either side of the city let people come and go. A dwarven wonder, the city is nestled in the middle of the river, its round walls engineered precisely to keep it stable while waters rush against it. This dwarven hold has played home to many more races over the centuries of its existence. Many more than miners make coin in and outside the walls, and because of this, organizations and groups of different people have tried to mark this place as their territory. However, with a notably strong military presence and a scholarly pursuit of both religious and arcane studies, Dogladar has held firm on its control of its own city. In some way and at some time, you have made your way to the city. For whatever reason for being here, you have found yourself in the middle of this marketplace, packed against people in the ward, waiting for Benadale Harrowin, a nearby prominent wizard of the Arcanium, to explain the details of his contest of champions he has organized. Carts and stalls have pushed to the side to make room for a makeshift stage, and the sheer number of people attending. Guards are seen in pairs every 10 feet, keeping the people as calm as they can. Vendors are selling treats and drinks to all who they can. A couple fights break out as you wait, but they are stopped before being built into something much bigger. People begin to voice their complaints loudly and throw things at the stage. You are in the back of the crowd, and it is difficult for you to see what is going on. But as the complaints seem to almost morph into a chant, the voices are washed over by the cheers of Benadale's arrival. Adventurers, thrill seekers, men and women of academic and glorious pursuits, I welcome you. This contest you all seem too eager to take part in is to aid me in my search of those competent enough to assist in future endeavors. But, of course, your participation will not go unrewarded. For each member of your party who triumphs in this request, you will receive 250 gold and some other rewards that I will reveal at the time of your victory. The objective is simple. Locate an object, bring it to me in the Arcanium. The party that does so wins. But no, there is only one of this object and its retrieval is dangerous. Going at it alone isn't recommended. You will begin your search in the 4 southern words, and in each you will find one part of a message I left. Once you have all 4, place them in this order: blue, red, green, and yellow. Papers fly through the air as guards pass them out. You are handed one that has a riddle upon it. This is my last clue, and my final warning. What you may face ahead can prove fatal. It is not for those unpracticed against danger. Prepare yourself. Good luck. With that, he exits off stage, leaving shouting questions unanswered. The crowd thins, whole groups of people disperse in each direction, while others stay behind to plot. You stick around to see who's left.
And keep on giving it. And he has an assortment of weapons and other doodads inside of his backpack that he is carrying with him.
Alright. Therith. I can pop you up on the screen as well.
It's the same It's the same as what's
Oh, your picture. Yeah.
He's an
yeah. I'm a Rokan.
Mm.
He doesn't look exactly like that. I just use a general one. He stands about 6 feet tall. Has arc armor on. Has a in his hand he has a chain and dagger. On his back he has a composite longbow and a backpack that seems to be extremely filled. He has a quiver on his right side. His wings are more of a combination of gray and white.
All right.
Oh, by the way, his eye color is green.
Okay. If any of you guys get close enough to look at him in the eyes, his eyes are.
No,
This
his
was-
eyes are a little bit bigger than normal.
like bird's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Able to see with the bigger to see you with, my dear.
So this was Crane months before I realized that he went from a dwarf elf to a dwarf Sandorian, but this is who he looks like. At least it's his temporary artwork. If you want to describe yourself, Hatchet.
What the heck is that?
There,
Hatchet,
oh,
your,
we can.
your
Is that a
reverb-
voice changer? Because your voice is like going nuts right now.
Sorry. I guess I have a hotkey set up for my voice changer. I'll figure that one out. Is everything good now?
Yeah,
you're-
for the most part. You're a little
Alright,
breaky,
sorry about
but you're
that.
good.
Alright, so he's more Xandorian in appearance, though more dwarven in shape, being a kind of greenish brown color. He's fairly short. He's clad in chainmail, clearly of the warrior type, with a short bow strung across his back, which is definitely his chosen weapon. He has come to this town in search of the great wisdom, because every good dwarf has heard of the charge of Dorhan. Probably said that wrong. But anyways, yes, the great charge of Dorhan that drove away those evil beasts. That is I.
You have read.
Yes, I have read. I probably mispronounced everything.
No, you're good. It's up to your own interpretation. Here we go. So this is Shiro and not Dakota.
Yes. So he stands taller than most Gaboids do. This particular character, most would hunch over, but this one stands tall. His black hair has been mostly cut down, and any that he does have has been slicked back, so it's not quite as spiky. His red eyes and his grayish looks evident from him. He seems to pack rather for the needs. He doesn't overpack if not needed. He looks like he looks like he's just looking around, kind of judging people. Well, not judging, but more like observing folks and kind of seeing what they're on about. His main goal is he's here to gain knowledge from that scholar that just made that announcement. So he has a particular reason as to why he wants to be part of this rather interesting quest that this man is sending them on.
Nice.
Yes, and he wears armor, kind of a little bit, even with the weird little skull on it. I think it would be a nice addition. So he looks kind of oddly creepy in some way.
Well, last but not least, is another ad.
So this Rokan looks a little bit different from the other. He's a lot smaller. So he has a lot of like bird-like features from his father's side. You can see it's very pronounced. But he's only about like 5'2". So he's actually part dwarf as well, and that comes out in his stature. So he's kind of thicker and shorter. But what you notice is he has a backpack about the size that he is, and he's flying. He doesn't walk; he flies all the time. So he is kind of hovering in the air just so he can see everything that's going on. There's a whip on his belt, and he's wearing some leather armor on.
Well, this is it. This is 5 of you are. You see other people kind of like standing around, but some of them kind of look like farmers or general labor workers. Guy maybe with like a shirt and like an old sword strapped to his side, but none of them really look as competent as you 5 standing around. And Benadale's warning about going out alone kind of rings in all of y'all's heads as you look at one another.
All right. I think it's what Dakota's character was the Trent, right?
Right. The Sylvan.
A Sylvan. So let's see here if I can do this right off the bat. It's like, hello there, my fine fellow. You are an interesting individual. You happen to seem to be covered in tree. How do you achieve such a task? It seems rather. Is it attached to your skin? Is it skin? I'm rather curious. Is it inorganic or organic? Which part is the tree and which part is you?
I grow it in my farm. He says it's really confused, like it's something that he just does normally.
You grow it in your farm. What does that mean exactly?
Well, I live out in the woods. I have a farm, and I grow trees, and I turn it into this.
So, is it part of you, or you just wear it?
Well, part of it is me, and part of it is I wear. I mean, it's not living in the woods. It's why I have this too. As he said, as he pulls out this bone bastard sword off of his shoulder.
Oh, quite. It was just more of a curiosity. See, I have many experiments I've run in the past, and I've never thought about fusing skin to wood.
Well, it depends. Are you a Sylvan?
No.
I was gonna say, go ahead and you can roll. Yeah, sorry. Roll like a general history check to figure out like what a Sylvan is. I mean, they're not like a prominent race that have like big cities and
okay, so you want me to roll a history? I got a -2 to this roll, so I just rolled d20 with a negative.
Yeah, roll d20 with -2. Oh, yeah, that's one thing I do want to say, guys, is if we can just keep all the rolling to roll 20. I'm going to roll my dice because it's quicker for me and I have to, like, do it a lot, but for the most part, if you guys just, keep everything in there. So, from what you know of Sylvans, I mean, with your class and your type of pursuits, you have definitely heard of them, and they're very closely akin to elves, but they have more of a magical quality to them. And yeah, so you're not 100% like confused at looking at him right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, he's probably he's studied them, but it's probably his first chance talking to one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very well. That could be the case.
Yeah, but as Geld was saying, well, unless you're a Sylvan, fusing wood to your skin will most likely kill you.
Oh, we don't want that. No, not at all. I was actually thinking if it made you have a longer life, actually. But it seems that's not quite there. And what of you, my dwarven friend?
There's two.
What's, I don't know Kramen's character's name. So,
I think it's Kramen.
okay. Well, actually, technically, he doesn't know his name to anyone's name, technically speaking,
Right.
so. And what brings you here?
I'm Crom, and it's nice to meet you. Most of my friends call me Crom.
Okay,
I came
Crum.
here to visit the Seekers of Old. I was sent here by
Ah,
my
a
by my teachers
historian.
in Tarim. Yes, they had me working a lot in the church when I was there, especially you know cleaning the rafters and the outside roofs. Seeing as I have my seeing it has this advantage to get up high. I spent my life trying to learn about this history, and I had to come see the Seekers, see if I can't join their group.
I see. Well, having you being a historian of this area, the Duglar, I don't know how to pronounce this name,
Dogladar.
Dogladar, perhaps the riddles that they put on this sheet of paper will be more prominent to you than us, because if you have a study of the city, then maybe you will understand where the trail leads.
I can try. I'm from Tarim myself, so this is my first time in this city.
Oh,
But I am more than willing to help out. It's
and what of our two? I see one of you is hovering. Can you also fly?
Um, sorry, I just gave everyone the riddle that was written down on a sheet of paper that you all were handed as part of the
Okay.
crowd.
And we were award for each who served a place for their family to grow. That seems like a simple. It's like
I mean, it has to be in one of the southern wards, one of the colored. Depends on which family it wants to discuss.
Well,
well, is it all four clans, perhaps?
we're gonna need like a note taker or something eventually, but let me restate what he said. You will begin your search in the four southern wards, and in each you will need to find one part of a message I left. Once you have all four, place them in this order: blue, red, green, and yellow.
Green and yellow.
Yeah, blue, red, green, yellow.
Well, then it seems pretty straightforward that we need to go to the wards. As
So-
he said.
So who are her other two companions? It was
Yes. The two flying Rokans.
Nons.
Rokans. I pronounced it how I pronounced it.
That's fine, I don't care.
well here's the problem. There are two dwarves because I am a half dwarf, half Rokan. So the priest who came from Tarim is one of the Rokans. So there's the dwarf who's I couldn't hear I couldn't hear the second portion of his lineage.
Have Zandorian on my mother's side, of course.
Zandorians are like grayish white, kind of leathery skin humanoids.
Oh, hey, we have two Zandorians then too.
We do. Oh, we do. You're absolutely
Yeah,
right.
that's something that you don't really notice with Geldo. He's also half Xandorian.
Because he's covered in wood. It's kind of hard to tell.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first thing I noticed was the fact he was covered in wood, and the other, I mean, I noticed, I mean, given the fact that I don't know your character, and you said he looks more like an eagle or a bird than he does an actual dwarf, I would probably think he was pure Rokan before I thought there's any half dwarf to him.
That's true
Yeah,
enough.
my character, on the other hand, is a full Rokan. He's not half. Which is probably why he's considerably taller than the other one.
Well, two Rokans, what are your names?
I am Sereth.
I am common.
You say common?
Raw.
Common. Ah! Play on words, I see.
I am for me, the reason I'm here is I live in the mountains, the mountain region just west of this city, and I'm on my trial of adulthood. My particular flock, the youngsters are sent out on a pilgrimage to explore the lands and stuff, and gain knowledge and such.
And what of you, other Rokan?
Raymond.
My story was the one about being from Term, coming to visit the Seekers of Old.
Oh.
So I take a look over at the Dwarf of Zimni, and I'm like, what is your tale?
I hail from the Winding Stone, far east of here. I have traveled because many of great dwarves have heard of Doran and his famous charge, and I have come to learn all I can from him and his. Well, I guess I cannot learn from him himself, but his lineage the best I can. For warrior knowledge is what I seek to best defend my people. Tom J. Ado is the name.
I hear his granddaughter runs this place now.
Yes. Audience with her I am currently to seek out. But you can imagine she's quite busy, so I've been entertaining myself with various other warriors and those in training over the military district.
Well, we all have our reasons for being here. I have my own studies, and I wish to gain some knowledge from the progenitor of this contest. Gold has really no meaning. I'd rather pick his brain. I am Corvo.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, that's cool.
It's well met to all of you. Now, I think we have a riddle to solve, or a clue to follow. The 4 clans that served Dagla and were rewarded lightly so. A ward for each who served, and a place for their family to grow. Well, that sounds very simple. We head to the 4 wards that were given us instructions to, and then I guess does anyone know where the family homes are of these particular clans?
I don't think anyone has really spent a especially long time inside the city. So
I was just gonna
No.
have
You were
before
the
this whole
owner.
contest was gonna happen. I was gonna say he just lives in the forest outside of town, selling his stuff inside as a farmer.
Well,
no.
nope. Well, I
No,
guess
no
then,
particular amount of time, except for in the market district.
all right.
Okay,
Well,
so
we
I
could
guess
fly.
I, mean,
If
I don't
I've
know.
been here for about 2 or 3 days.
if you
Yeah,
guys wanted to try to figure out exactly where what'd you say you were looking for?
Well, I guess I first would need the name of the 4 clans that
Uh,
serve Dala.
well,
Yes,
Uh,
I'll tell you that's the name of the 4 clans.
Are
Every-
Gurn, Jondi, Murkite, and Dogmar.
It's well spoken, my friend.
very well spoken, actually.
Can I roll a gather information check to see where the actual homes are?
You certainly can.
Can I also fly high to try to find the most decorated, the tallest home? Because I have a feeling that's probably where it's going to be located as well.
Uh,
When
Yeah.
we get to the wards.
I was gonna say
if
they're
needed.
these homes are. Well, whenever you search, like, start asking people, you're like told immediately because the homes are so recognizable within the districts because they're probably like the nicest homes around. So, which one were you asking for particularly? Because I mean, each one is in a different like a different ward, and they're gonna give you different
So
directions.
Which I
it would be the first one he'd be asking about is the clan for the blue ward.
For the blue?
Yes.
Might as well go in the correct order from the riddle. So
Right.
that's
Yes, which is
Murkite,
blue, red, green, yellow.
Yeah. Um,
Murkite, Tagmar, Gurn, Jondi. That order.
okay.
That's
So
I'll
blue.
be right back in a minute.
Okay. So yeah, you get direct directions to the blue one, and pretty confident on being able to find it with the directions given.
all right.
So
So
okay, go ahead.
is this house abandoned? Is there somebody living here?
No,
Exactly
it's not
what we're looking
abandoned.
at?
So the clans people of these different clans are still live within the city, and their lineage has kind of, spread all over the place within the city, like over the centuries, because, they've had time to, you know, make their own families and everything. But the heads of these clans always, like, each one of them lives inside their manor, pretty much.
Mhm.
Like each one has a manor to live in. Manor.
Is it common knowledge which clan got which color district, which color ward?
Right. Yes. No, it is. Everyone pretty much knows.
Actually, I don't think I saw that written on there. But regardless, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the blue clan, whichever one that is.
Yeah. So, unless anybody else wants to take the lead, I will about seeing about getting what is it we're getting from these clans exactly?
You were looking for a clue. And,
Yeah, we don't know what clue we're looking for though. That's the issue.
Right. You know it's one
okay.
part of a message, and you just have to put them in the
Alright.
specific order.
Tom has
Okay.
no problem taking the
So-
lead. Is not
Do the families have mottos?
or intelligent.
Mottos? No.
Okay.
Nothing that comes to mind.
Okay.
I mean, Geldo was just going to go up to the door and ask politely if they had an idea of what the clue would be.
If you have a higher intelligence, you might be the better speaker. I think mine's 0 or something.
Oh, I have a 4 in charisma.
All right, I'm -2 charisma and 3 in intelligence. 0 for wisdom.
I'm really good at talking people down if they get
Talking people into
angry.
So, alright, so it takes you guys from the market district a little less than an hour to make it all the way over there. I don't have like a good map like I do for like the local map for that. I don't know if you guys noticed, I did put my hand-drawn map in the Discord though, so you guys can see
Yes.
how it looks like at the very least. So from the market ward, it only takes you about 45 minutes to get there, and it's like kind of near the back of the ward, but it is this giant just manor that kind of spreads like horizontally. There's a couple of stories to it, you think, but the width of these manors are huge, and this is all dwarven construction, so everything's made out of like shiny stone that is like shaped in ways that you probably couldn't really comprehend unless you were a dwarf.
So, Gildo will approach the, I guess what you would consider the front door of this manor and knock on it.
A servant answers, "Hello. What can I do you
Yes.
for?
I was wondering if I could speak to the head of the clan.
Are you here for the contest?
Yes.
Make your way round back." And he shuts the door.
Gildo sort of just stands there for a second before starting to walk around back.
I guess they're pretty prepared for this. Probably it's going to be the same for all the homes.
There you
I
go.
like directions. I come in.
Gildo is a very trusting person until you give him reason not to.
So you guys.
He was told to go around back, and he's going around back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go around the back.
Orders.
I'm going to go over the building because I want to see what the roof looks like.
Okay. Yeah, you fly over it and you see a couple like guards that are on top of it, and from the top it kind of looks like the battlements of a wall. You know, it has like the shape of like a castle where like people can peek their heads out of, and there are people patrolling on the top of it.
I wave as I pass over.
They like both point and like are like, "What is that?" and like start screaming, and they're freaking out because you're flying over their manor.
And then I go in the backyard so they can see me land there.
All right, let me see. They seem to calm down for the most part because maybe not all of them might realize like contest is going on. You know, not every single servant or guardsman, but one of them tells the other like, "It's okay. I think he's here for this." And whenever you land in the back, you see your friends, but you also see other groups of people who have already made their way to the manor, and they're kind of like leaving. And go ahead.
Is it possible that I could like pick up what this passage is by like listening in or something like that? You know, kind of skirt having to look for it and just kind of overhearing what it could possibly be.
Yeah, you see a person. They're standing in front of like a statue, and against the statue, leaned against it, is an actual like the inscription.
Okay.
Pretty out there in the open. And
Okay.
here, let me.
I thought I had to be stealthy about it and take it from somebody, but if it's just right there in front of us.
Yeah, it's not too difficult for you to find. Here. This is the first of the lines. Put it in the Roll20 chat. I should probably put it in Discord, but that's okay.
I aim to mend the broken. Interesting. Well, gentlemen, we have the first one. The second, third, and fourth clue, if they're this obvious, shouldn't be that hard.
Okay. Do you guys want to try heading towards the second location now?
Since
Yes, the next one would be Red Ward.
that's on the opposite side, this is a race. Do you want to just hit the green while we're here? Because we can put them in order at the end.
That's
Okay.
true. Actually, perhaps our two flying friends. If the two of hold on, I gotta look at the map again. If the two of you head towards, or one at least heads to the red ward, why myself or someone else heads to the green while the other heads to the yellow, there's enough of us to just split the dividends and head to each place and then gather them together proper.
So we want to meet back at the
But-
market ward where we met the first place?
That sounds reasonable to me, unless
Uh,
anybody has some.
Okay. Everyone that wants to, whenever you're in the back of this first manor, roll me a perception check to kind of like eye up the people that you're competing against.
Okay, so perception, got it.
If you want to. I mean,
Perception's
like if
pretty
your
good,
character's
so
really trusting
I'm
and wouldn't
definitely
do it,
going to.
yeah, whatever you'd
Okay.
like to.
You see, my character is trusting, but he was warned that death could happen.
Ah, I rolled low, sadly. I got a 15.
I mean,
Okay,
you didn't
so
roll as bad as Tom did.
No, definitely not as bad as Tom. Wow, Tom, your Darth Vader voice is really coming in well.
you're my father. Uh,
Okay, I'm back.
I
so
need to fix
you're
Hold it a minute. Have to leave again.
Okay.
okay. Okay, so he starts to like map out this idea where you like fly over to one ward while the rest of them go to one way, and you notice like some nasty crew. Like there's a few people like different just of different races and different groups that are just kind of like looking at each other that look like they might play this game a little bit dirty
Ah,
as he's
It might be
trying to explain
unsafe.
this to you.
It might be unwise to separate. There
Yeah,
was
I
no
think-
rule about killing the other competitors during this time.
I say we
Well,
stick together.
I mean, I figured since it was happening within the city, there'd be some things that the guards would actually watch out for.
There are
But if
no
you-
guards nearby.
Oh god. Well, I don't know that. Well, I know that now.
Oh yeah, your character doesn't see any guards.
There's also plenty of ways they could stop us, and the guards might not stop them for it. So
Alright,
it might be
alright.
best just to stick together.
All right. Then we should have gone this more smarter. Too bad we didn't think about this before. We should have just gone green, blue, yellow, red, or red, yellow, blue, green, and then sorted them out that way. It could have just been a trail for us. So
Well-
I say,
Oh, does anybody happen to have a sheet of parchment and something to write with?
Actually, Kramen takes out an ink pot and his spellbook, and it goes to the back page.
Well, then there we go. Now we can do that. Before, we might have forgotten what was said. But now we can have it written down.
right. Well, do put down over in parentheses which ward it was from. Put down blue or something for this quote that we managed to obtain.
So I shall
I
also
say-
write down the order of it too.
Yes.
Yes.
So I say we just head to the green and then go yellow red.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you guys head over.
Oh!
towards the- oh,
Something else I completely forgot to mention. Geldo also has a bat sitting on his shoulder.
Oh, I did not
Oh.
notice that creature.
right.
I forgot because I have a soul companion.
Can yours? Well, I guess he would get shot down too. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would.
Did you open up that the spreadsheet with all of the
Yes.
beasts? Okay, cool. I'm just making sure you have that on hand because
Yes,
you can change your soul companion to like anytime, and yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Just making sure.
I chose bat because, well, it's a bat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. So you guys want to head towards the green ward?
Yes.
Might as well. We're right here. And instead of talking with people, I'm going to fly up to see if I can see any of the houses. And I asked, Tharif? Is that correct?
Yes.
There-
I don't think
Wait.
he's here right now, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
so
I'm
who's
trying
flying
to
up?
voices. Kramen.
Okay, so Geldo will reach into his backpack and pull out a whistle to give to Kramen in case he sees anything up there.
Yes. Do be aware if this is going to have rather violent tendencies from other attendants of this party. To warn us if you see any sort of ambushes ahead.
I'll take the whistle. I'll fly as can I, if I fly really high, can I see the next ward over from where we are, just going straight up?
Yeah, you could probably the walls that are in the city and that surround the city are pretty high and thick, but if you go high enough, you should be able to see into the next part. But it is like, massive buildings and streets and everything. So even with how large the manors are, it might be a little difficult to spot accurately unless you get close to it.
Okay. Well, I will stay up higher enough to see the ground in case of any ambush.
Yeah.
And then I will keep an eye out. Especially, I'm also curious to see. I want to see the roofs from afar to see if there's any similarities. Since I spent so much time on my roofs in Tarum, I want to see if there's any kind of similarities between the different houses as well as the big family houses,
Right.
and also anything from Tarum. I'm just kind of curious.
Most of what you see is made out of stone, though, and
It is dwarven after all.
yeah,
It's Tarum, so
yeah.
I spent so much time up here. It's just kind of fun to play with the roofs.
Gotcha.
That's why I kind of just hop over them, which is what I did there. That's my hop.
Wait.
So,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so as we're traveling to the next ward, Geldo will go about making himself another whistle.
Okay.
Because he said it takes like 45. Because he said it takes like 45 minutes to walk between them.
Right. That would probably to get to the next ward would probably take 30 to 45, less than 45 most likely. So. Yeah.
I did pass the harvest check, so I did find a little bit of wood to make a whistle, as it just starts to shape in his hands as they walk.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so it takes you guys 30 to 45 minutes. You get to the manor. I don't know if you guys try to talk to the person in the front or
I
just
mean, I think we figured out that we can just go around to the back
See a
and
big crowd of
see
people
what's
there.
going on.
There looks to be like one other group leaving, but like the crowd of people that you saw at the first one, it doesn't seem like everyone realized they can just go to like whatever ward and put them in an order afterwards.
So, well, we don't know if it's the same riddle or trick as for every house. So it might be safer just to knock on the front door first.
Fly down and tell them there is someone. Tell them someone is in the back, so might as well take a look while we're there before disturbing someone.
And where did you see the other group at? Did you see the group at the front door or the back door?
The group is like you all enter one side of the manor, and it looks like they're exiting the other side as soon as you get like over the corner.
Didn't I see them before coming? That's what I was like when I'm flying a high. That's why I was keeping an eye out for stuff.
See him
Because
like, going into the manor.
I didn't know if I would have been able to. That's why I'm flying higher to have a vantage point before we get there.
No, they probably. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Well, that last one was better.
No, you didn't notice any kind of anything. You just noticed them leaving.
Well, I say we just go around back and look. If it's not there, then we knock on the door. Simple as that.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head around back and similar, kind of like in the middle of, like close to the back doors, and like located centrally in their back area, is just another inscription or another stone tablet, with inscription on it. And this is a green one, right? Yes, okay.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
You know, I had a rather devious thought.
We grab the tablet and we take it with us?
Something of that extreme. I was thinking more or less break the wording on it so no one else can read it.
Now, that would be defamation.
I mean, it's not like the holy text.
I'm like, that's against the spirit of the competition. I'm not going to stop you, but that is against the spirit of this competition.
Well,
That's why I say we just take it with us. So that way if we meet anybody, they can try and get it from us.
That takes. I'd rather not get into a fight if I can avoid it. I'd
Oh.
rather not have people attack me for it, but they can't. I mean, defacing it.
But if you think about it, if we deface it and they find out that we did it, they'll be hunting us regardless.
Well, so you'd rather have.
And save time and just move on and find the next one. I don't think defacing it is a good idea.
I say if you want to make it difficult on the other parties, we just take it with us.
Let's meet in between and let's hide it.
Let's hide it.
Okay, I'll make a knowledge nature check to see if there's anywhere good to hide it around here.
Sure, go for it.
What about the roof?
The roof.
I was gonna say that you do notice like there is shrubbery and some bushes, and there would be some decent places to hide it.
Oh wait.
But the roof
so
is,
so
the
so
roof is
Geldo
pretty much just taking it with you, though. That's not hiding it.
So Geldo just remembered as he goes up to the wall of the wall of the manor, like
Uh-huh.
right next to the bottom of it, and he uses stone crafting ability.
Oh, okay. You're just doing this kind of out in the open.
So
There's like windows and stuff. Servants.
no.
People.
He's like doing it. He's not doing it into the wall, like at the foot of the wall on the ground.
Okay.
So it's on the path.
Right. You don't want anyone to see you do this, though, right?
Yeah. So he's not doing it like right out in the open.
Okay. Go ahead though and roll sleight of hand for me.
All right.
At least I know from my suggestion, none of you are noble, good people.
11? All right. Let's see. So there does like a servant kind of like walks by a window nearby. You don't even notice him. He looks at you, and the only thing what comes to his head immediately is he thinks that you're just taking a piss against the wall, and he doesn't really care. He just kind of walks off.
Yeah, but as for you guys, you see him just carve out a perfect 5x5 square in the rock right at the base of the building. He pulls it up out of the ground, puts the tablet in it, and puts the rock back on top.
Works for me. Let's go before anyone else realizes what we've done. Quick, run! Run quickly.
More cheating than I wanted to do, but it is done, so let's just move on quick.
You guys do realize this means we're gonna have to look for in case this happens on the other places now too, right?
Yes, this is a possibility that somebody else comes up with such a dirty scam as us.
Now, mind you, Geldo doesn't realize that what he did is not a common thing. He thinks everybody can control stone like that.
Well,
This is a place of dwarves. He might not be wrong here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's going to take us 45 minutes to get plus 45 minutes to get to the next territory.
It's gonna take you over an hour to get to the next one because you have
Yes.
to skip. Yeah.
Perhaps
going
we
to
should find
yellow.
ourselves a mode of transportation. I would ask our friends to fly us, but I don't think they have that sort of strength.
Yeah. There's also only 2 flyers and 5 people.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, is there like a quick way, that we can, like a horse or a horse and buggy or a buggy or some way that we can transport ourselves that would take us less than an hour to get to the next location?
Yeah. So
This
there-
is a race after all, so we gotta think of shortcuts.
Oh yeah.
The coin.
So I was gonna say it's gonna be to get to second ward. So to get to like the neighboring ward, it would be 5 gold, and each ward after that would be like another 5 gold. So it would only cost you 10 gold to get you there.
Okay, so it'd take us 10 gold to get to the yellow ward. Now,
Right.
how
And
much
it-
time would be removed from our
That would
thing?
be about 30 minutes. If you gave him he kind of slyly mentions like, well, I'm not allowed to do this, but for another 10 gold, I could probably get you there in like 15.
That is
So,
interesting.
so
It
Geldo
might be
proceeds to
dangerous, but
reach. Geldo proceeds to reach into his backpack and pulls out the 20 gold.
you just hand him the 20 gold.
Yep.
Well,
He says,
I guess yeah, the quickest the better.
well,
Let's
strap
see.
in, lads, because you're gonna have a bumpy ride.
It's like, all right, we'll strap in.
Let's do this. I get
Yep.
up on the roof and hold
Geldo,
on tight.
So
Geldo gets his bat put into his armor so that way it doesn't go bouncing around in the carriage.
So you guys enter like one at a time, and he's like, "Hurry it up now! We got places to be going." And as soon as like the fifth person gets in, he just cracks the whip and starts like tearing down the streets. He's yelling at people like, "Move out of the way! We got to go!" And he's just like a jockey just on a horse race, just whipping his the sterns and like whipping the horses and just tearing ass, even past people that are yelling at him, shouting at him, even guards. He doesn't care. He's just going.
I'm cute on the roof because I want to see this and experience it. Because it feels like almost like flying at high speed.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
on the roof
you
for
are
that.
flying at high speed. Like you feel the wind just kind of like blow through your feathers, and like it feels like it probably feels better than any other like flying experience that you've really ever had. It's like probably jumping off a cliff and like getting that high velocity. Because this is a carriage driver with 4 horses flying down like the street with only 5 of you in there. And he does not care about a single other person's life right now.
You know, it's funny. It's because Geldo did this without a second thought. It's the perk of growing up in the country. You don't understand the concept of death.
Right. This is probably a normal thing for you when in comparison to like city folk who barely have left the city. Is like, what the hell is going on right now?
It's just a wild ride.
Well, all 4 of you or all 5 of you are brought to the manor and stopped like right in front. The servants are kind of like, what the hell is like the carriage skids to stop, and he's like, he puts out his hand as y'all are leaving, like expecting some kind of tip for his performance, and he got you there. It wasn't 15 minutes, but it was less than 20. And he did pretty well to getting you there.
I mean, we gave him the extra money already to get here fast, right?
Wait, so he has his hand reached out, right?
For like a tip.
Geldo will look him straight in the eyes. That was more than 15 minutes.
Oh.
But please, I didn't hurt a single person.
Kralman was like really excited. He really enjoyed that. We'll give him 2 gold. Like, that was amazing. And gives him 2 gold. Slaps it right into his hand.
He bows and says, "Thank you, my friend. Your friends are scoundrels, but you are quite noble, sir." And he hops onto his carriage.
Where are the scoundrels? You promised us 15 minutes.
He ignores your statement and goes and just yip and gets the hell out of here, looking for the next group.
Well, that was interesting. Let's get to the back of this place and read the message, and be prepared perhaps to have to look for it, depending.
Yep, this is the yellow ward, right?
I think so.
Yes, this
yeah.
is the yellow one.
Okay.
So you guys make your way around the back, and very similar to the last 2, there is a fountain kind of like just off the back doors. It's in like a central location, and leaning against it in the back is another stone tablet.
All right. Now, are there people here as well?
You don't see anybody right now.
Oh, they're making our. It's like, all right, let's read it, and then, so long as no one else comes, we can do what we did before.
And we hit the last 2 before them. So this is actually the last one in the order. So that could be why.
Yeah. And if we hit the green and the yellow.
Oh, I almost gave you the blue. Okay, there we go.
This is. I mean, this is a contest after all.
Okay, so this that is what you're reading on this tablet. Oh, and by the way, it's not really too important because there's two dwarves here, but all of the inscription is in dwarvish.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to speak that at all, so I'm glad that there are two dwarves here.
Right.
Yep, that is a very good thing.
So you guys are like kind of gather around the back looking at the stone tablet, maybe discussing what you want to do with it, and reading it as well. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Alright.
Hey, there it is again.
Wow, same exact roll too.
I think I got the same exact roll as well.
I
It's
think
not
you
a
did too.
1.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Hey!
Nice
We got an
job.
18. Yeah.
So
We got the first nat 20 of the game.
besides, yeah, it was an 18 though with a -2. It's still not 20 though. Tom is the only one that doesn't notice, but approaching from both sides of you, they're like to your right. See a like huge Zandorian, and he's like covered in plate mail. Behind him is this female halfling who kind of stands there. She's wearing robes and has a spell book like in her hand. To your left, you see this elvish man who's in this kind of wooded armor, and at his side is just this small, like menacing-looking venomous snake. The Zandorian reaches to his side, or reaches behind him. He pulls out this giant, like big mace ball, drops it at the end of a chain that's like 3 foot long chain that he's just kind of like holding, and it drops to the ground and like impacts, and like, well, looks like we got some troublemakers here, and I'm gonna need all,
I'm back.
we're gonna need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh, I didn't even get to make an argument. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, like we're just trying to like help. I mean, Gelder would have tried to talk his way out of this.
No, these guys don't look like they're trying to talk.
We're not here to talk,
Oh.
sadly.
I need a bat. I need a bat picture real quick for you.
Yeah, if you could. Sorry, I meant to get that before.
Yeah, so, a 19.
Wow, 2 of us had 19.
Yeah, we're both equal, so I guess we just get to decide between the two of us who goes first, because we're both equal when it comes to the.
There you go. There's the bat picture.
Yeah, that's fine. What did you put it in? Oh, it's okay.
That's scarier than a normal bat.
I like that.
Wait, is there any modifiers for initiative?
Dexterity.
I think it's just your dex.
Or any skills you have.
Can everyone
And,
see
yeah, and
right
the
now?
skills.
I can see.
I got an
Yeah.
Yes, we can. I can see.
Nice, cool.
I got an 18.
Okay, so then mine's just a normal 3 then.
Let's see. Stop being. Okay, and you guys can kind of situate yourselves around the back of this fountain how you like. Sorry, I don't know why. I think this page is a bit laggy though. It doesn't really make any sense to me since it's all like it's just one big giant JPEG. But
I'm guessing this is the Zandorian.
which one to the right? Yes, that's the Zandorian.
Yeah. So yeah. Geldo would be squaring himself up towards the
Where's the
Zandorian.
tablet? I was recording it, so I would have been right next to it reading it. So, where would that be?
Right next to it. That would be pretty much. Let's see, where are you at? You would be like to the right 1 or 2 maybe. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah, 1 or 2.
Okay.
That's where the tablet's at.
So we'd be close. I think we'd be closer to the tablet at this point, to be truthful.
Yeah.
This is right before they came out. I would have been right here.
Cool. Dakota, what is your guy's name? Geldo?
Yes, Geldo.
Perfect. Alright, so you should be able to move the bat now. That would probably be right. Okay. There
Yep.
and nice. What's that? 20. Okay, I see. Alright.
Are you gonna CK?
Yep.
Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, are you? Okay. I was gonna say, are you gonna set up the initiative
Yeah.
box?
Do you want me to type in my own initiative, or you got that?
If you can, I would love you forever. 'Cause
Okay, I
got-
should be able to
Yeah.
enter. There, mine's in there.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm not using this dice tonight. Just rolled 2 3s in a row.
Well, that's good. We like those numbers.
Yeah, you do.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm somewhat familiar with I'm somewhat familiar with Roll20 because at one point I had played on here for almost 3 years, but something happened with the DM and, well, we never got back together.
Dakota, got it. Derek, I'm assuming that you have more than a +0 initiative? Oh yeah, you're dex based. That's right. Okay. Yeah, you got a +7. Cool. So
I'm also dex based.
yeah. So
Yeah.
wow. Let's see how you guys do. So starting at the beginning, at the top of the initiative, we have Shiro and Kratos. Both of y'all can just decide who wants to go first.
Go first, Shiro. Is your
I'll go
character's name Shiro, or is it just?
Well, that's what it's Kovo, but it just
Kovo.
calls me Shiro because I don't have my main thing changed.
Okay, so go ahead and you go first.
All right, so we got dude in heavy armor. We have so this guy here is the other version of Zini, whatever.
He's a
Yes, he's the other.
Xandorian,
Yeah.
and which one's this one? I'm just trying to get an idea who's who.
That's the halfling mage looking girl, and this is the guy in like the wood armor. He's got a longbow in his hand.
Okay, and then next to him is his pet, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, Well, I know exactly who to go after because the proper person to go after in any party is the caster. You don't want to go after this schlub with armor. He's going to take a lot to get through. You want to go after the magic caster first. At least that's my thought.
It's funny you say that because my character is both. He is wearing heavy armor, but he also casts magic.
Well, I mean, I'm okay. So let's see here.
Those are more the priest types, whether it's a good priest or a bad priest.
All right. So let's see here. I think that they're That they're close enough for the Shadow Spike ability, or Shadow Spike spell. So
For you? Yeah, I think so.
35 feet. Yeah, it has like what
I think 40.
40 feet. Yeah, so
Yeah, let me see.
that's perfectly close enough that I don't have to go anywhere.
50 feet.
And
Oh yeah, so you
50
can stand
feet.
there.
I also have it purchased up to the second ability, so this will be 2 attacks instead of 1.
Okay, you can.
So I
roll
will. I'm
for
gonna use
both on the same
both
guy.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you can roll one at a time.
Yeah. We'll see. If I mean, I guess if they die, then I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So the roll is based off my wisdom, right?
Yes.
20 plus, I think it's 5. Right. Let me double check that. Get too far into it. Yes, 5. Okay. Right there. All right. Does a 16 hit our mage friend?
The mage.
Yes.
She might have some.
Is this you right here?
Yes.
You get a +1 to your attack roll because you're standing next to me. And I can
Okay.
see it.
I was not aware of that, so it's a 17.
So the shadow spike heads towards her, and as soon as like it's coming to hit her, she snaps her fingers and turns invisible.
Does that mean I have disadvantage? What does that mean? For
That
me?
means that she's gonna have concealment, which 1 second. Go to.
Is that a reaction?
Yes, that is a reaction.
Would it apply to this first attack since he threw it before she turned invisible?
Yes, the vanish is it's a magician spell that you guys can go take a look at, and it does resolve before the
So
attack resolves.
okay, so what does that mean for
That means
the?
you get
Yeah,
It's-
what do you call it?
Well, it gets a +2 to armor. It looks like.
Or I get a -2 to the attack or something weird like that.
Where are you reading the +2 to the armor?
I don't know.
From the handbook from Vanish as the spell. While invisible, you gain a +2 to armor and a +20 to all stealth checks.
There is an actual like arcane spell called vanish, right? I kind of messed.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading it.
Okay.
That's what I'm reading it from.
Because this is a spellcast here. This is a a magician spell, class based, very specific. So she will gain concealment, which gives you -6 to the attack.
Okay.
Which which means she turns invisible, and attack kind of goes off to the side.
All right. Well, I got 2, so.
Yes, so you can send the second one careening towards whoever.
I think the other guys are too far away from my attacks, so I guess I'm gonna have to send it towards this guy over here.
Let me see. You have a 50-foot reach. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can send it towards him if you want.
Okay, then I'll send it at the archer.
Okay.
Hopefully this one doesn't disappear too on me. It's like, well, your friend left. You guys are out of luck. 16 again. Man. Oh, 17 next to the other guy.
It's almost a hit, but it's a miss.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Can't believe I rolled the same thing twice in a row.
So, how familiar are you guys with the action economy? So you do know that you have 3 actions.
Okay, so
yeah, you can spend them doing any kind of like move or attacks or anything. There are specific rules depending on like what you do.
right. So same rules apply here. Is I get an action, a bonus action, and then I get to move.
No, you
No, okay.
can make more attacks with your shadow spikes if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You have 3 actions every single turn.
Okay. So if I were to move, would I not be able to make any more attacks? Or
No, you can. So
Yeah.
it's 3 actions. You have 3 base actions. And
okay, 3 base actions.
yeah, for every base action, you can spend like a base action doing an attack, or you can spend that base action to move, or spend it to cast a spell, break out of a grapple, just depending on like the situation. But so right now you can still like move and
Alright.
attack if you wanted to, or attack 2 more times.
Okay. Let's see here.
The
Well, I only
rule is you
have.
cannot
I'm
move,
thinking
attack,
because I only
move.
have. All right. So here's. I'm gonna. I'll change up. So hold on. Okay. So I lose the use of that. So I'm going to change up the thing, and I'm going to target her again, but I'm gonna do a different spell.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
And the spell is going to be Verdant Crackle. So I'll see if I hit, and then they'll take a 1d6 damage plus something. But if I hold a concentration on it long enough, it could possibly paralyze them for if they fail it to save after 3 rounds. So let's see here. Let's try this. Roll d20 plus 12. Actually, plus 6 because that person's next to me. Let's not forget about you. Oh,
Yeah.
Scrabble. That's a definite fail.
Luckily, I don't have any rules in place for critical failures quite yet in the game, so it's just a miss.
Okay, just a miss. Okay, so that's a miss. That's a miss. I'm gonna move back here behind these much stronger looking people, like a good mage would.
All right, Kratos.
Okay. So I will. How far is he from me? 35 and. Oh, I'm right in the middle. Okay. I need to be 30 for. Oh wait, nope. Oh, 60 feet for that spell. I will aim at the ranger looking guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast Righteous Bolt.
All right, go for roll attack. Unfortunately, that's a miss as well.
Okay. I will try one more time. Let's see if we can't. crit.
Add a little bit more righteousness to that bolt.
Just a little bit more.
Oh wait, no, wait. I will move first. The range is 60 feet.
How high up in the air are you right now?
I'm actually keeping myself down lower, so I'm off the ground so I can move easier, but I'm keeping myself at their height.
So you're okay. So you're like hovering.
Yeah, right now until I know where this mage went, I'm just gonna hover basically.
Okay.
So he's still in my 60 feet, so I'm gonna try again with my +1 here. This looks familiar.
It does look familiar. It feels like something I rolled not too long
It
ago.
really does.
Oh,
Well, there went my turn.
Kratos, it's a new campaign. Like you don't have to roll ones all the time.
Oh, this time 16's a lot this time so far.
Yeah, you've been doing really good. Let's not
Until now.
let's not head in this direction. All right, Sarah, it's your turn, bud.
I am going to
No.
draw my.
Or Sarah,
Oh,
not
I'm
mine.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, it's pretty similar. I think he went AFK again.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, perfect timing. It's your turn.
No, I was looking through the handbook.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Well, it's your
Okay.
turn right now, so let him have it.
Okay. Each of these squares is 5 feet, right?
Correct.
5.
As long as you're standing next to me, you get a +1 to your attack bonus.
It doesn't matter.
He shouts that to all of you. Stand next to me for a +1 to your attack bonus.
Okay, I'll make a 5-foot step. And right here appears an entangling vine. Okay, I'm targeting him first. Make a dex.
You targeting this guy? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Dex saving throw?
Yes, and it's a 14.
Okay, he rolled, I think it's like a 17. Yeah.
Okay, second one. Since he got, I figured he'd get pretty high. We'll target this one.
Okay. Let's see. I rolled a natural 15 on that one.
You mean the natural 20?
No, I got a 15, like, naturally, and I think he has like a +3 or 4, so it's gonna be 18 or 19.
Okay. Well, that 5-foot step was one of my move actions, or was it?
No, that's a free action. Where did you put your vine again?
Right there.
Right there? Okay, right in front.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. So.
It has a 10-foot reach.
Right, I just wanted to mark it.
Okay, I'll target this guy again. See if I can get him.
With the vine?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. He rolled a natural 2, so yeah, you grab him this time.
Okay.
So he is now
Oh, that's-
grappled and cannot move. Well, he's getting pulled. He actually gets pulled.
He gets pulled into this square.
Already,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, he gets pulled into here, and he is now grappled.
Okay.
All right. So Derek, it should be your turn.
Right. I am going to draw my spear, dash, and I'm going to dash to him using all of my movement. He has not yet on an initiative yet, has he?
No, he has not.
So I'm going to ambush him with my spear. Let me figure out all my bonuses and whatnots.
That's a hit. That's definitely
I
a
think
hit.
it's Dex plus my +4 for ambush.
Uh,
I have a 5 Dex.
5 dex plus 4 for ambush, and you. Oh no.
Give me a +9, right?
I thought you had fighter. Yeah.
I'm just
so-
trying to.
Yeah,
Let me
that
figure out
looks. That
damage.
looks right.
Figures the heavily armored guy's the one we managed to hit first.
Well, he gets such a high bonus because he has ambush, which lets him get such a high bonus on
That's-
his first turn.
I'm sorry, I rolled a d20 instead of let me roll the right dice this time.
Let me roll the right dice.
It's
Max
even more.
damage. I know.
Max-
Wow. So before you even let this guy get off an attack, you just rush straight up to him and stab up with your spear and just straight through the bottom of his mouth, through his head, just completely destroy this guy.
Yes, Dorn himself will be proud of this one, as I pull my spear out of his skull.
So that's 2 actions. Did you want to do a third?
Drawing was an action, I assume? Drawing my spear?
Oh, yes,
Moving
it would
toward-
be.
and
I would,
then-
yeah. Drawing would be an action for everybody. I didn't think about that. You guys were probably not really prepared for a fight, but that's
I
okay.
used magic, so it didn't really involve drawing much.
Right.
Let's all use magic, so it didn't affect us really.
Yeah. Well, you destroyed that guy who was next in the initiative.
As a free action, 1 second. Who's next in order?
Next is an enemy.
We're going to give whoever my next comrade in turn initiative is. I'm going to use my
It's gonna be Dakota.
strategic, and you get a +2 to your attack roll.
I get a +2 to
Until
my.
defeating-
I get a +2.
Yeah, Dakota.
Yes.
Okay.
Check him well, my friend. Point out his weak spot that I do not yet know of, but I'm guessing.
It's the mage on in turn order. I can't see the mage anywhere.
The
Well,
mage
that's
is
just
invisible.
Yeah.
So the next person is this guy
The
who.
mage.
No, not the mage yet.
Oh,
Yeah, the Scraft, who is caught up. So since he's
you have to try
grappled,
to escape, right?
he can't. But
Oh.
he is going to instead send his snake out. Let me see. Snake has 30 feet, right? 30 feet, yeah. Ooh, damn, so close. So Snake's gonna spend 2 move actions to get right up to you and try to take a bite out of you. Fuck this die. That's like the 5th 2 in a row. Alright. That die is that die
Retired.
usually does me pretty well. Not tonight though. Alright. So that snake tried to bite you and missed horribly. And then let's see. It's going to be the halfling's turn. Halfling.
Doesn't the ranger do his actions? Like he sent the snake out, but
The snake is pretty much his action. For the soulbound companion, you can either do your actions or like your snake's actions. Yeah.
okay.
So
Good to
he,
know.
yeah, he doesn't have that much strength, and he can't shoot a bow while being grappled. So, yeah. He-
Oh, I thought the snake had its own actions that it did.
Uh, we can discuss that afterwards. I was reading through it earlier, like in the middle of the game, like right before we got into this fight, because I was curious, and since we both have soulbound companions, and I don't actually have anything listed on it. But for this fight, I'm just gonna say that Snake doesn't have its own initiative or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of weird because your soulbound companion can switch forms, and then the dexterity would change, which means like the initiative order would change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, my bat can sense anything within 30 feet of her.
Right. Well, it is not your turn quite yet. So we're gonna do this person's turn, and then it will be your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see.
Visible halfling. Well, if the invisible halfling's smart, it'll run away while visible.
That's what the visible halfling was considering doing.
As it proceeds to see how far away everybody is.
Okay, cool. This is how we do it.
I mean, that's how. It's like. I don't know these guys well enough to earn them my loyalty.
Oh, that's why. I was like, what is going on? So, this thing is going to take a 5-foot step forward, I think. And, right. So, from her hand, she makes like an object, like a giant object kind of like appears, and it looks like she stuffs it down her like shirt or whatever, and then like makes it reappear in her other hand, like doing like this crazy like magic trick. She does it with such a flair and flaunt that each and every single one of you need to roll a resolution saving throw. And that goes for your bat as well.
First one was the bat, second one was me.
Okay.
I did not do well.
I rolled really bad for both of us.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is this? It's just a light show. I don't understand what it's doing.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you guys are. Holy shit.
We just rolled really bad.
Yeah, dude, y'all rolled really bad. So Kramen's the only one who passed. The rest of you are stunned for 1 round. As yeah, she pretty much performs like a magic trick, like a flary magic trick with like actual magic entwined with it that kind of dazed you guys and made you all stunned. Yeah. That is her full turn though. Actually, that was a 5-foot step. So, let's see.
Yeah, I rolled pretty lousy.
Yeah. She is actually going to send also like an elemental orb. This orb that kind of like flashes colors as it's heading towards you, Dakota, and turns red right at the end. And shit, she rolled a 19, so that's definitely a hit. So some fire damage is coming your way. But she only rolled a 1, which I think... Yeah, so she does 6 points of fire damage to you. But that knocks you out of your stun. while everyone else is still stunned. Well, you and Cramen are the only two not stunned at this point, and it's actually your turn now, so you can go.
Okay. So now I have a question about growth.
Mhm.
So growth gives a +4 to strength checks. Does that mean to all strength checks, including attack rolls?
Which
Since
growth
they're based
are
off
you
of strength?
referring to? Because there's a couple.
Sylvan growth.
The racial growth. I think that is specifically to strength, like skill checks and whatnot.
Because all it says is strength checks.
Yeah,
Or no, it gives a +4 to strength, athletic checks.
strength and athletic checks. Yes, those are only checks. Those aren't saving throws or any like attacks or anything.
Okay, that's not even worth using then.
+2.
They wouldn't.
so,
Probably wouldn't
yeah,
be worth using right now. No.
Well, I mean, would my strategist effect, would that transfer over to the stun?
He should still have that in effect because that happened before you used it before you got stunned. So yeah.
And even though he got stunned, he doesn't.
So,
Right. Yeah, it would still be.
Geldo's gonna move here. He already had his sword out. Because he never actually put it away. He keeps it on him because it's a bastard sword. You can't really sheath one of those.
Right. Okay.
So he's going to swing on her for his for one of his 3 actions. He moved as his first action.
That's a crit.
That
Look
is a
at
crit.
that!
Go ahead and roll. Yeah. Double the dice, not the modifier. Yeah. Do you use it one-handed or two-handed?
I use it 2-handed.
Okay. How do you kill this halfling little magician?
So he basically charges at her, and seeing as she's so proudful about her arms, he just severs them both off at the base. Like, I'm assuming that she had to have her arms out to do all this magic.
Right. Yeah. She does this, and then she like hits you in the face with this elemental bolt, and her arms are like kind of still out, and she has a smug look. So you just run straight up to her, bring it down, chop her both of her arms off. She looks down at them for like a split second before she screams and like falls backwards.
Yep. And that's it. That's how he kills her. He just lets her die of blood loss at that point.
Right. She's sitting there bleeding out at this point. Okay. Well, you got one more action, I believe. So.
Let me see this spell real quick. It's too far away.
Is it too far away for the snake?
Go for the snake.
Well, it depends on how far out it reaches out. Is it 10 feet? Oh yeah, it does.
That's 40 feet.
Yeah, the snake's only 40 feet away from you.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, after he severs her limbs, he begins casting as vines start to grow out of the earth right here.
Right behind.
As they reach out. Yes, right behind the Birdman.
Okay.
They have a 10-foot reach. As they go out and grab the
You and him
snake.
did the same exact spell.
Wait, so we have 2 nature spellcasters then.
Right.
Yep.
Yes. So, it needs to give me a dexterity saving throw with a DC of 15, I think it is.
You have a DC. Wait, that shouldn't be correct.
It's 8
10
plus
plus
your-
resolution, right?
Eight.
It's
Oh,
8.
Yeah,
So
8
13.
plus.
Okay, so DC. Yeah, 13 then.
Which it still fails. So it luckily it's a small creature because it would probably have to push him out of the way to be able to do this. But it just gets like a vine goes between your legs there and like wraps around the snake and like rips it between your legs and it just disappears. Oh, oops.
Is the snake still alive? It just grapples it, right?
Yeah, it's still like
Yeah, it just grapples it.
it's just wrapped up in vines.
Yeah, next level, next time, the next one they have a more potent type of one where it has barbs on it and actually causes damage.
Right. So that thing is now grappled. Shiro.
Now I'm stunned.
You're
What
stunned.
does that mean?
That
Am I
means-
still stunned even though the caster's dead?
Yes, you were
Okay.
you were stunned by that amazing performance. Here, I'll just read it off to you. You can't take any actions for the duration of this effect. If you take any damage while stunned, you are immediately made conscious again. You can reattempt the saving throw at the end of your turn to break from the stun, but the stun only lasts one round anyway, so once you're done, you're done.
Yeah, so it doesn't. It doesn't. I don't. It doesn't matter. And I think we're all stunned, save Tree Man and one other person. I don't know.
Kratos, which is Kratos' turn right now.
So they're down. Are the people who are entangled doing anything?
They're grappled. They can't really do much. The snake could attack with their grappled status, but the only thing they can really do is break free. But with Entangling Vine, you have to spend your full round action to break free, so only one of them are even going to have a chance to do it this next round.
Then I look to groups like, we should just go. They can't follow. We should just go. There's no reason we need to do anything else here.
Well,
I
we're stunned
agree. We
currently.
should not kill them.
Kramer's going to fly over here. Are they like dead? Like, how are these two
Which two?
right now?
These two are like
The villains, these two.
legit. This girl is bleeding out from her arms. Like her arms got cut off and she's bleeding out. They both got like ripped to shreds though. That's the problem.
He had a spear through his mouth.
Yeah, he like if we're considering the flavor text of how they died, yeah, they're pretty much dead.
Okay. I'm assuming this guy's like dead. Can't do anything. Can I take an action to look through this lady's back or heel kit or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can do like a quick search with an action.
Yeah, I want to do an action for a heal kit or a potion.
If you're searching for something specific, yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check for it. Nothing particular.
Band-aids or anything?
No, she has a spell book. That's about it. Like she has her spell book and she has gold, but
CK.
Yeah.
Can I do a free action to pull my healing kit out?
No, don't. That's what I'm doing.
yeah. And
Well, no.
to
I mean,
draw
is
something out of
Dildo
like,
has
your
a
backpack,
healing kit.
to draw something out of your backpack is going to be a base action to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you have it, I want to try to clarify the rules a bit. It's going to probably take me a little bit, but I want to be able to have it where like you can do things as free actions if you're trying to take it off your belt. But depending on like where you say things are situated, it depends on like what kind of action you're gonna have to take to do it. But for right now, anything that you have to trawl that's not like specifically stated otherwise by like an ability or something, it's gonna be a base action to do.
Okay. Then since I've took an action to move, an action to look through her stuff, I'll take my third action to draw out my healer's kit and prepare to at least patch up her arms, because I don't want her to die. I don't want her to come after us, but I don't want her to die. So I'll prepare to do a heal check on her
She's
arms.
already dead. Her arms.
No. Her the halfling who's still alive.
No, the
wanna try
halfling is the one that got her arms cut off.
Yeah, I want to try and staunch the bleeding and let her live.
Okay. Yeah, the other
can't
guy took a
reattach
spear
her
to the
arm.
brain, so yeah.
I can't save her arms, but I can at least try to save her life.
This is gonna be an interesting dynamic
That's-
with this group.
That's going to be a very interesting thing to attempt to do, with both arms being severed at the base.
Right.
I understand we had to fight them, but my character's like, they're done. I should at least try to keep this one alive, because they aren't mortal enemies. They're just too competitive for their own good.
So you need to roll heal check. To be able
do
to
it.
Yes.
Do it now or on my next turn?
Next turn. Sorry. Yeah, it would have to be
That's
next
what-
turn.
yeah.
It's full round action. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Sereth and Derek are both stunned. That guy's dead. The elf over here is gonna try to escape the grapple. Oh, 15, natural 15. So I think he escapes, but in doing so, his turn
Yeah.
is sacrificed. She is dead, and then we're back to Dakota. You planning on trying to murder this guy?
No. He's going to approach the elf and tell them, in Wild Tongue, you don't have to fight us anymore. It's clear that your group is lost.
Roll a compel check.
Wow.
You know, before you said anything, he had like this fear on his face, like maybe he was just about to drop his weapon. Then you said something, and it honestly just set him on edge. And you see like his face turn to anger, and he's like, "No!" and he's ready to fight.
Okay, well, fine then. I'll use the second action and put an entangling vine here to grab him again.
Stand by, tangling vine. It's concentration. So, concentration spells you can only have one of. If anybody's familiar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yours is already.
Okay, yeah, I forgot.
That's okay.
Alright. Well, then, I guess he'll just sort of have the bat go over and attack.
What's the bat's fly speed like? 40, right?
40 feet.
Nice. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's gonna miss, unfortunately. That's a little
Well,
bit-
we'll go for a second one. There we go.
No, that was all three of your actions. You moved.
Talk.
I thought the bat was on a separate
No, that's what we're.
base action. Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Like, we can talk about it afterwards or in between the next session, but we're gonna have to figure out exactly how it's gonna do it. I'm thinking it might end up being part of their action, but I think there is a strong argument to have it as its own. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it should just have its own on your turn.
That would make sense.
Like, instead of having them roll initiative, they
Right.
just have their full base actions on yours as well.
Right. Okay, well, we can figure that out.
But all right,
Yeah, a little later, probably next session.
all right. So yeah, I'm super disappointed. I messed up that roll.
It's okay. Shiro.
Okay. Let me think for a second which way I want to go about this. All right. I mean, I'll try something similar, but probably more in a threatening way. So Kovo is going to draw out his crossbow and point it at the soulbound snake, and he says, "While you don't seem to have much care for your own life, what about your little darling pet here? Either you give up and run away, or we take out your poor little here."
Okay. You can go ahead and roll compel or intimidation. Either one you would like.
Compel's probably my strong
It seems like it could be either one. So.
pursuit. I don't think I do very well with. Because to compel, you say compel? Yes. Okay. So 7.
You don't actually have intimidation here anywhere.
It's a new skill. So is it not on your?
I never put it on the skill
It's
list.
on skill training.
Ah man, I
It's on
rolled
skill
way
training.
low.
But
Right.
How's the 12 do for me?
He says, "I will kill you if you touch him."
there it is.
Fair enough. I will fire upon the snake. Since it's grappled, do I get advantage or anything like that, or how does that work?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I think it loses its dex
Right.
if if it's grapple like from D&D.
Well, I don't know fully off of what the grappling does. Grapple.
Yeah, it loses its dex.
Okay. So that means it will lose its armor then. AC. Alright, so then. Sadly, my dex is not as good as my mage, but I got at least a +3 to that. So does a 19 hit that snake?
Yes.
Alright, the crossbow deals. How much damage was it? I think it was a D8. Yeah, D8. D8 plus dex. So 5 damage to the snake.
It has 5 hit points.
So it dies.
Right. As soon as the arrow penetrates it, though, it turns to ash, and kind of like a little puddle of ash. Yeah. And as soon as it dies, the elf who was already focused on you after trying to talk to it says, "You vile creature! I will kill you for that!"
Well, there's no accounting for taste. I did try. Okay, so I get one more action, right?
Yes. No.
I'm
Did you
assuming,
move?
and let's. No, I haven't moved at all.
No. Speaking's a free action. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, because I drew the weapon, which is you said was an action. I shot the thing.
Oh,
which
you
was an
drew a
action.
weapon. Yes. Then,
Right.
Sorry.
So I should have one more action left then.
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Okay. Which way to go about this? Well, I got the cross. Now there's no. Is there any like weird rules about crossbows? like needing loading time or anything weird like that?
It is an action to reload a crossbow.
Okay, then I will. Let me think here. Let me check my other skills. Because I might just have to cast magic then instead. Since it's an action. Charge a bow. Alright. I will use my Shadow Spike on this guy, which gets 2 attacks, which is always fun.
This is your second Shadow Spike?
Yes, I've already. I only have 1 left right now, unless we have a long rest or short rest or whatever recharges on.
Long rest. Okay. So you're gonna
Alright,
cream.
22 to hit this guy.
That's definitely a hit. You want to roll a second one too, real quick?
Okay, hold that thought.
I mean, either way, it's gotta. There's only one target left then.
D20 plus 5 on him. 17. Does a 17 hit him?
Oh, no, almost a hit. Alright, so go ahead and roll damage on the first one.
Alright, I think that's a. What was that? A D8 as well?
I think it's D8, yes.
Let's see here. Shadow Spike. Yeah, D8. Plus my magic and necrotic. $13.
You guys and your damage rolls, Jesus. Yeah, no, you that Shadow Spike. How do you kill him?
So he's like, I did try to be merciful to you, but you chose the other path. As the Shadow Spike just kind of like sinks into the ground and then just kind of just darts forward, traveling around things, and then just kind of shoots itself right out of the ground, basically right through this guy's chest, piercing his heart, probably. Quick and painless way out.
Well, there he goes, and go. Get rid of that stuff. That is the end of these guys.
You guys still want to try to do the heal on the.
I know, I was gonna
on the
say,
halfling.
yeah, let's do that, resolve that, because that's definitely the next thing that happens. So, roll a heal check. You are able to stabilize her, and yeah, she goes to 0 hit points, but she has no arms left. Okay, what do you guys want to do with the bodies? Or what do you guys want to do moving forward?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My mic got muted and deafened for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Noticed.
So
I was
at
like,
24.
I was like, you guys have been so good on decisions. Yeah, no, you you were able to stabilize her, though she has no arms left.
I look at her face as soon as I finished. I'm like, I can't do any more.
She's
I hand
unconscious.
her. Oh, she is? Okay.
Yeah, she's still
I
unconscious.
take her arms and cross it over her chest, like I've seen the other priests do. Yes, I'm gonna help her, but I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with it.
I mean, I think you try to, but like it's cut off before the elbow, so there's only like these nubs, and you push them, and then they fall back to like the side because there's not like weight that goes in the front.
The part of her arms that were cut off.
Oh, you're gonna put those across her chest.
That way, when she wakes up, she might be able to go to take it to a real priest, like fully put it back on, maybe.
How is she supposed to carry it to a real priest?
It depends. Depends on how much of her arms are left. That's what I'm not picturing in my head.
I know they're cut clean off.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's like a butcher's cut.
She just doesn't have any way to carry her own arms.
Yeah.
No, what I'm gonna do is,
They're basically
what I'm gonna do
they're
is
basically cut off
Sure.
at some point.
I'm putting her in her shirt like she did her magic trick. I'm gonna put her in her shirt that way she can try to squeeze and hold and run. Okay, or does she have a bag? Does she have her bag with her?
Yeah, she's
Like
got
anything?
a bag. Yeah.
Okay, I'll put him in the bag. That way she has a chance of doing something with them.
Okay.
'Cause, like, she's out of the competition. She's gonna be helped. That's all I care about right now. She did attack us first.
While he's rescuing that mortal enemy of ours, can I search this dead guy?
Yeah. Do you wanna just search all the bodies?
Yeah, might as well.
Yes.
Okay. Whoever's searching, just go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Probably won't
I
be
have a-
because
I-
my investigation's terrible.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I got a -2 to investigation.
Oh,
so that's
for
welcome.
the circles when you push on your character, what do you want to be set in those, or can we choose what we want to set?
For the circles? Oh, yeah, you can do
Yeah.
whatever you like. I usually just do green for health, and then I don't even mess with the blue and red.
Well, it's more convenient if you happen to know what your armor class is and stuff like that.
Armor and DC, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. My, jeez. Brain, yeah.
I knew I wouldn't find anything, but I tried.
Anyone else want to?
I am I'm looking through the
Okay.
handbook since I.
I got a question for you, though, regarding searching this guy's body.
Yeah.
You said he's wearing plate armor.
Half plate.
Would I be able to determine that with my check that he's wearing half plate and be able to go off of him?
Yeah, you can tell half plate. Like, you can see their weapons pretty clearly. It's like the other stuff, like their weapons and armor. But yeah, if you wanted to take his half plate, you most certainly can.
Just gonna cut the straps and pull it right off of him.
Okay. Are you gonna switch armor right now?
I'm wearing half plate. I'm just gonna sell it.
You're just gonna sell it? Okay. The thing about half plate though, and with the new kind of rules, this is kind of where I want to try to differ away from like Pathfinder or D&D, is that half plate has a huge bulk amount. Let me tell you exactly how much. Right now.
It might be more bulky than you can
25.
carry.
Yeah.
25 pounds. 27 pounds.
You can if you want to like try to carry it by your hands, but it has 45 bulk. So depending on how much you have in your backpack and what kind of backpack you have. Yeah.
Okay, all right. You said 45 bulk.
You're gonna grab yeah, 45 bulk.
Not sure exactly how the backpack stuff works just yet. Also, on the handed armor, it says 27 bulk under armor for half plate mail.
For half plate? I'm just looking at it.
I'm back.
Yep, you're right. It's 27. I'm so sorry. I was looking at plate mail. Well, that might be a
Yeah,
lot
that's
easier to
full.
actually get.
That's full plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's full plate.
Okay. So my bad.
Okay.
The bulk was the calculated on
Okay.
the page.
There's
you
my
say?
investigate.
Equipment page. It says you started out with 200. Is that the bulk you're referring to?
No, bulk is we can go over it at a later time, but instead of having like a weight amount that you carry, a bulk amount is just pretty much like how much room you have on your person to carry how big objects are. You know what I mean? So like how much can you stuff into a backpack? It has nothing to do with the weight really.
Oh,
Uh,
gotcha.
yeah.
Let's just say if I can carry it, I do carry it. And if I can't carry it, then I don't carry it.
Gotcha.
And we'll just at the end of the session.
So after this fight, and as he sees the scorch mark in his chest, Gelder will pull the tower shield that's on his back off, realizing it might not have been a smart idea not to be using it.
You're just gonna pretend like you were using it the whole time, like
No. He's now starting to use it. He
Oh, okay.
realizes it was a mistake not using it.
Gotcha. Well, luckily,
Yeah,
Thereth was able to actually investigate these bodies properly and find all of the gold that was on the bodies. So give me 1 second while I roll that and figure out exactly how much you got.
After Crayman finishes healing up this person, he looks over like, is anyone over here injured? Like, need immediate healing? Need any help at all?
I think one of us got injured. Which one was it?
Geldo raises his hand with the smoldering chest wound.
That one.
You all receive 25 gold, and off the 3 bodies total. Jesus.
Wait, 25 total or 25 each?
25 total.
Okay, so that's 5 each then.
Right. But your trip over here got paid for, and then some. There you go. Besides that, you find the spell book. You find a longsword and a dagger and a longbow on. Oh, that's Thereth. On the elven body over here. You find the spell book on this girl. Nothing else besides that. And then Geldo grabbed the mace and chain, and the guy also had a long sword on him. So no, he had a battle axe on him. I'm sorry.
Thought he had a mace.
No, he had a mace and a
Ah.
battle axe. He had a mace and chain, which he didn't.
Yeah,
get
it's
to
an
use, which
upgrade.
was-
It's an upgraded version of my dagger and chain,
Right.
which I'm holding in my hand.
Make sure you
I
can
didn't
still
get
wield it. The training for it is different, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Geldo,
it is.
Geldo is just putting the mace flail in his.
But in order to become proficient in it, you have to have had the chain and dagger beforehand. You get the chain or the chain and mace. You'd have to have the dagger one first,
Right.
then the mace one. It's a requirement.
Right. Well, with that, let's take a quick, 5-minute break. I haven't even eaten yet, and I need to because, yeah, I do intermittent fasting. I need to be eating before 8, but it's already like 8:15. So, yeah, let me go heat up some food. I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes. So take this time to go stretch your legs and stuff.
It's been fun so far.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. I'm glad y'all are having fun.
Uh,
Sorry, my food is taking a while to heat up.
Yeah, Geldo had to leave apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said he got a phone call. Unfortunately, he had to leave. Sorry for having to cut out early. It doesn't usually happen.
Oh, I see, I see.
It posted in Roll20.
Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. We will, continue, though.
That was, now, if I'm Geldo was the other Rockin' Rokan.
No, Geldo was the Gaboid, the guy that was shooting shadow spikes and everything. Down
I'm
here.
still here. Hi.
Wait, no, he's the Sylvan. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
keep
he's
mixing you
still
two
been
up.
with the bat.
Yeah. I don't know why I keep mixing you two up, but I am. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, he's the wooden guy, right?
Right. Wood guy.
He's the one who got injured.
Yes.
I think he's the only one who got injured.
Do you
Okay, I'm
Oh,
back.
Jesus Christ, my animals. I don't know if he has any kind of healing. Do you want to heal your friend instead of healing the enemy, Kratos?
Oh, that's what I was about to do when we took a break.
Okay.
Well,
I was about to walk over to him, and that's when we took a break.
I know.
Well, actually, it's like, excuse me, do you actually have a health potion for our friend? A healing kit will only do so much for him.
Healing kit, if you spent, well, like 5 minutes, you can actually do something with it.
Oh, what can you do with the healing kit in 5 minutes? I don't know the rules of the healing
For
kit.
every minute, I believe, that you spend, you can, I think it's minute. I don't know. I don't think I would put 10 minutes, but, they can get 1 health point back. So, yeah, it looks like he is...
How many
6.
health points did he go down? He went down 6, right?
Yeah, 6.
So that would be, what, 6 minutes?
Yeah,
Right.
just 6 minutes of healing.
Where is that? I didn't see that anywhere.
That's, it's under the heal skill.
Oh, it's under the
yeah.
heal skill.
Yeah, under the training.
Well, it's like, then it'd be like, while your skills did very well for our friend, I think it'd be better if I treated him. My skills are much more well refined when it comes to using the kits.
Uh,
I have played it. I've done some doctoring in my past.
my guy just turns to look. Is like, you're welcome. Try. He's he's a little offended, but he's not going to stop you from helping him.
And I do commend you on the armless one. I was thought she was dead for certain, but it seems you managed to save her.
Step away, but
Although,
it's going to keep a close eye on what he's doing, trying to see if he really is that much better.
well, technically, since I'm using a heal kit, I don't have to make any checks by the rules of my
As a witch doctor.
class. By the rules of my class, I don't need to make any rolls or checks, so it just automatically happens.
Perhaps we should quickly heal up and continue on this goose chase we have sent on.
Yeah, that's what it do. It says when using a healer's kit, the witch doctor automatically succeeds. That's what it says. So to heal. So here I am using a healer kit, and so 6 minutes is all it takes. I don't need to make any rules whatsoever, so I can't fail.
Okay. So you spend 6 minutes. I'm put him back up to full. I
So
think
Common will go over. It's like, it doesn't seem like you're doing anything different, but it was pretty nice.
It's more about the practice that I have than anything. You know, get a few more years in it, and you'll be able to do it as well as I.
roll a bluff check.
All right, that's my bluff. Probably not very good, but we'll check.
And you can go ahead and roll an insight, Kratos.
Oh, I got a -2 to my bluff. Not good. Good. Impossible for him to get as good as I. Oh man,
He rolled very well, but I can tell when people are full of crap.
Yeah, he's not doing it in the most mean way though. He's just like,
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just like, yeah.
But
And just leave it at that.
it
Just leave
seems
it there.
the injury has brought our friend out of any more combat situations. I'm just explaining away the fact that his player had to leave. So we seem to be down a man. Do
He
you
can
think
still
we'll be
come
attacked
with us,
again?
We'll have him come with us, and then we'll have him hide if need be, because we don't want to make him fight with this.
Right.
I can get us another more help if need be.
How would you do that?
Yeah, I'm confused now.
Well, I just borrow that one over there, pointing to the spear through heart
Ah.
version of the archer.
By the way, CK, the skill check passing. If you can let us know about those, especially at the beginning, if we
Right.
pass something or not.
Sorry.
If you don't think we need anyone, then I'll just leave the body there.
We do have to travel through the city, so while I'm a little bit concerned that you're really thinking along that line, let's leave it at that. That we have to travel through the city here, and I'm not sure how well that's going to be taken because this wasn't really supposed to be a kill on sight kind of competition.
No. They'll move with us. It'll be fine. We might have to patch up the wound a bit.
There also might be a lot of people, and they might get really concerned or really angry and attack us for having this
Which
dead
one do
guy
you want to
here.
take?
The one with the that I cleanly killed through by spearing through the heart.
Oh, okay. I mean, that one's not horrible.
I
But,
say we just move along. We're in a competition, a race. I don't think we have time for this.
Very well. I was simply offering.
Perhaps after this we can come back or collect it in the future. But as now, I think time is of the essence.
I think the bodies are going to still be here. I think it's best if we get out of here now and make certain that we become scarce fast before anyone else blames these people for their untimely demises. Save the armless one over there.
whoever wants to can roll a perception check.
I can try. I
I
haven't done
will
very
roll.
well. There we go. Finally, a good roll for me.
Oh, look at that.
And look at that.
Koval and Kramen, you guys notice that there was totally servants watching that whole thing happen. And there are servants that notice, looks like they were watching the whole time. Like some of them are in the windows, like all of these people are in the windows just kind of like looking out at you. Some of them kind of look, distraught at what happened, but there's a couple that are just kind of like silently nodding and approving of the killing of these assholes who tried to kill you.
Well, it seems we have some fans and some dissidents. I think we can just leave them here and they'll clean up for us.
I say let's just move along. We have one more stop to make on this competition. We need
Well,
to
one
head
more
to the
stop,
Red
a riddle to solve, and then who we have to fight out there when we're retrieving the item, because they did say there's only one.
This is true. But we have a good chance with... Oh wait, are we doing anything with this marker?
Yes, just bury it or something.
Can we have a... Let's have Geldo bury it again the same way.
Gildo, the character left.
By one of
so
these statues.
Can Gildo do
no.
something else when they're not here?
Yes, he certainly can. I don't think he has any limitations on what he did. Let's see. Oh, he can do it 2 more times a day. Yeah, he's okay. So he goes over to near the manor. He like kind of goes into these trees over here, actually, and does like the same thing, and just pulls some stone out, buries it underneath, and like drops the stone back on top of it.
All right, let's go. I think we might need to get ourselves another transport since that fight. Well, I'm guessing it probably didn't take that as long as it did. It did.
It was like 3 rounds.
Yeah, so is it still 6 seconds around?
Mhm.
Okay, so it wasn't long at all. Do we want another transport, or do you think we're better off walking? It would take us 45 minutes to get there.
Let's just walk since the transport we know is already left.
There's more than one.
Let's walk, and if there's any on our way, we can stop them there. But let's just keep going until we see one.
All right.
Okay. Well, if y'all want to roll some perception checks to see if y'all notice any carriage
Always.
drivers.
I always want an easier route.
I think we just got a 21 and a 23.
The 3.
Character half blind, maybe?
He does not roll well when it comes to perceptions or investigations.
He can't see.
Yeah, like 5 minutes into your journey, you kind of you notice a carriage driver on a parallel street kind of going by, and you have the opportunity to like shout him down and have him come over to you if you like.
I mean, you guys cool with me getting a transport?
Sure, we need to get to Redward, which is right next to us, so it should be even cheaper.
Yeah, okay, so I'll stop him. So you said it's like 5 gold to get to one place to another, was it?
So carriage driver starts coming up to you, and like you guys are like probably like lost in like a little idle conversation. Then it dawns upon all of you as the dwarven man who gave you all right earlier comes up and says, "Oh, would you like to go to another ward now?
Absolutely.
Would you like to pay 10 extra gold for a quick transport?"
That was fun last time. Kramen looks around saying that out loud.
Okay, let's see here. So
And
that
look at
would
him. Can
be
you promise
15
not to
gold,
hit
right?
anybody?
It would be 15 gold.
Yeah, okay.
Can you promise not to hit anybody on the way?
No,
I'll
I
pay
can't
up
make
the
any
50.
such promise. 15 gold? Thank you. All right, I'll hop on. Let's go.
All right, get in, everybody. This
Roof.
is gonna be a fast ride.
I'm going back to the roof because I want to enjoy that like full face and see what it's like.
So
I'll do the same.
you two climb onto the top of the roof, and it's like, oh, those are very good seats. And as soon as everyone gets in, like the moment everyone gets in, he just takes off down the road again. This time it is much quicker though. He gets you guys there in like less than 10 minutes, like a little over 5. And drops you off right in front of the manor. And doesn't kill anybody again.
Ah.
And I've
I
rolled
give
ride
another round of
checks.
applause.
I've rolled ride checks both times, and if he did a bad job, then there would have been some trouble.
He didn't. That's all that matters.
So you guys pull up to the manor, and y'all just want to go straight to the back again?
Yeah, might as well. That seems to be where
do
I've
it.
always been at.
Okay. So all of you move to the back, and as you're coming around the corner, you notice a lone person. He looks to be like right next to like this obelisk statue made out of like stone and iron that's in the middle of the garden, and he is lifting the stone thing. I can't think of the inscription that's in stone, like the stone plate. He's lifting it, and he looks over at you guys as soon as y'all are like coming around the corner, and he bolts off to the other side, and he starts running.
So he's running with it.
Right. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Take off
Well,
after him at my 50 feet flying speed.
Okay, so you're gonna give chase.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna suggest. I don't know how far away he is, but I was gonna suggest our two guys who can literally wrap him up in vines, throw their vines at him, and try to trip him up.
Still a good idea. I'm still gonna give chase to make sure he doesn't get away from.
No,
that,
he's too far away to
Okay.
even be able to do that though.
I mean, I don't think I can. I mean, I can try. We can all give chase, but I think only the ones who can fly would be able to catch him.
Yeah. Okay. So
We will follow behind.
let's check with the flyers real quick. So can I get both of you to roll athletics checks for me?
Okay.
Can it be acrobatics?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where is it?
Go, my little wings, go!
Athletics.
Oh my.
Did he fail? Hopefully.
I need to find another dice. These two have not.
Did his
worked out
4
well.
actually make it?
His
That'd be
4
hilarious.
made it. He rolled a natural 1.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
So,
Wow.
oh, for sure, for sure.
Wow.
You both like come in. One of you grabs him by like his legs and like tackles him, and he like throws a stone tablet in the air and like, ah! And the other one like kind of like flies underneath and holds it like he caught a football or something. I don't know. I don't watch football, but he like grabs football and like slides and hits the ground, and you're able to save the stone tablet.
I will take it.
Well, let's copy that back down there.
So, since I'm right there, I'll take the record of it. Because I'm the one keeping the record of the past ones.
Right.
And then give him back the tablet. We don't need it anymore. You can steal it. I could care less.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I do. Is like, when I write down, I'm like, okay, here you go. And I just drop it right where he's on the ground. I'm going to drop it on his back. It's like, you can take it now.
That's right. Let's see. This is bed. Okay. So once you guys put the 4 in order, I hope one of you guys are like copying, pasting, or writing them down because I put them all in Roll20.
I have them. I also have them in order.
You have them in order?
Yep.
Alright, what does it say?
Let me type this one in, then I'll read it out.
Okay.
Okay, so the order: blue, red, green, yellow. I aim to mend the broken upon the hill of the dwarves' last cry, a relic of most importance, where ash and bone do lie. So we need to go to what was the hill of the big battle? I turned to look to Tom. It's like, do you know the name of the hill where the big battle against the necromancer's forces?
Wait. Keep your voices down. We still have an interloper listening in on us, looking at the fallen individual who tried to steal the rock.
I came back to you guys before reading this out loud to you, because he ran off and we were the only two that caught up to him. I came back to you guys before that point.
Okay, I just want to make certain that we don't have any interlopers listening in, because the last thing I want us is to be overheard and somebody like hearing us.
Yeah.
Right. Where are you guys having this discussion at?
Yeah.
I'm
That's a good
assuming
question.
Thereth and I came back to the group because we ran ahead. We came back to them, is my assumption.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to.
So you
I
guys are
think-
going to.
I think we should at least leave the area in case more people come, because I don't think we want to end up in anybody's. We don't want to end up on anybody's hate list and they try to attack us or anything. So, if they give us the second riddle, I aim to mend the broken upon the hill. A dwarf's last cry, a relic, most important were ash and bone. So where
Don't
is the
recall.
scale that they?
The name of the hill. I'm currently looking through the information.
I'm
Is that
doing
in
the same. Yeah. Where Action Bone do lie, so that could be the Infernal Burn somewhere in there, but I can't imagine it'd be there.
Well, it is an army of evil, so perhaps skeleton army, and the Great Burn. So
Well, it's not on the Dogladar local information. If you want to know more about like the Infernal Board, because it's not really a place that people go to, it's something that's studied or like discussed and rumored about. You can go ahead and roll like a history check, or if you just any offhand knowledge you might have about it.
roll a hit check to determine the location of that charge. But also, my first guess on this riddle would just be a cemetery.
My initial thought is going to be something in the Pantheon Ward, since this has to do. I aim to mend the broken, a relic of most importance. Is the Pantheon Ward on a hill?
Actually, it is. It is up a staircase of 100 steps, and you
Okay,
have
well-
to kind of climb up to the Pantheon Ward. And
Well, the Pantheon Ward had been my initial impression back when we were only halfway through this. So I think we take a look there too, if they have any graveyards there, especially. That's where all the scholars and priests go. This seems to indicate to me a religious object of healing,
Then
or at least a religious object, maybe not of healing.
well, Derek, you do recall that what is rumored about the Infernal Burn, there is a dormant volcano that is pretty much right in the middle of the Infernal Burn. And years ago, it erupted so much that miles and miles and miles of land got set on fire, killing trees, creating like indigenous rocks, or however you say that, and the ash still floats out of it and flies everywhere for miles around.
Well, how about we go in order of elimination? Let's go to the Pantheon Ward. If it's not there, if we have no other clues, we can head to this volcano.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that information to the rest of the party. But also, on a side note, would I know where the charge of Dorhan occurred at?
You do know it's in the Infernal Burn.
The charge occurred in the Infernal Burn. Alright, yeah, so if that's the case, then I definitely think it's going to be the one in the Infernal Burn. Because that is where they put all caution aside and went to victory. But we perhaps should check the Pantheon first. My heart tells me we must venture to this deafest place.
well, if anything, then it might give us some more information.
Especially on any kind of necromantic site where ash and bone do lie. Sounds a lot like we're going to be facing some of the undead will be coming back for us. Because didn't he say, didn't the
I
person
do
who started this
hope
whole
not.
thing say we're going to be, our life could be put on the line for this?
We
Something
may
tells me he
die.
wasn't talking about the other competitors.
No, but I'm sure he should have been.
Yes, that is true as well.
So you guys want to head to the Pantheon word first?
Where do y'all want to go? I'm still thinking that's we gotta go to the bad place, but
Where is the burn exactly from here? How far away and
Or
such?
I will show you.
Ah, the burn's over there.
So on this map, each each square represents 4 miles. You know, roughly give or take. I know it's not like the most perfect map. Like that bridge up here isn't like 2 miles long, but each one does still represent 4 miles to get to any location.
So 4 miles.
so we've got roughly 80 miles to the infernal burn from the city to the east.
A little
That is,
left.
as I said,
80 miles. How many days' journey is 80 miles exactly?
Depends on how you travel.
Hmm.
So by foot, the 80 miles would be. Let's see, the 7 days? You can travel about 12 miles a day on foot. So yeah, about 7. A little.
Well,
once
we
we
may.
start the journey, we are committed to the journey. Perhaps we should look around in town first, but that's what
Yes.
Yeah, at least get supplies for the journey.
I definitely think we definitely should try this Pantheon place and make certain this is the area we need to go. Perhaps check in some history books, look up some stuff in the library. Just make absolutely 100% certain that's where we need to go. I'd rather not have to travel 80-ish miles if we're wrong. And then we'll have to get ourselves some sort of transport because I don't want to walk all that way.
We have to leave it at the Eastern Watch then, because I don't think we want to take whatever transport it is inside the burn.
Well, there is. So you can travel by foot, obviously by horseback, but a common means of traveling from Dogladar to like Territon is by boat, and there's a lot of people on the docks that will ferry people back and forth from there.
It would definitely get us closer to go by boat and probably speed us up somewhat because we're going downstream instead of upstream.
Yeah, I say let's do that. Let's get supplies because something tells me going to the Pantheon Ward's not going to be what we need. So we probably want to just head straight to make sure we have the supplies we need and head to the burn. There's no way it's that easy just to be in this city. He wouldn't be doing that for us.
I mean, just because it doesn't seem obvious, it doesn't mean not something we shouldn't look into.
Right, but also you guys just know that from what Tom was able to remember, that last charge, and well, he remembered about the infernal burn, but he also knows a lot about what's going on, and that there is a hill that like the dwarves had their final battle on, and that's where they died. But the location of that isn't really known to you guys. Like you can go into the infernal burn, but you're not gonna know which hill is like the right one. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why I say we should stay and look in libraries and whatnot and find the history of this, where this final cry happened before we jump out there. Otherwise, we're just gonna get lost in the infernal burn.
good to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
any more knowledge I can gain on Dorn and his great adventures, I would be much pleased to acquire.
Okay. Do y'all want to head to library?
Yes.
Okay.
Wherever that is.
There is a library at the Arcanium within the Pantheon Ward.
Okay, then I guess we're going to the Pantheon Road regardless.
So, to get from where you guys are at to there, it would take you like 2.5 hours.
Mhm.
Just so you know. There's
And
Say that again.
we're poor. We give all our money to these taxi drivers.
I was gonna say, I mean, there is, you can take it.
I mean, how
Taxi.
much would that cost?
Let's save it for the ship because we don't know how much the ship will cost, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
more
a good
important.
point. Yeah, we don't know how much the ship will cost, so.
I also want to stop by the Seekers of Old because if it's looking for a relic, they might have some knowledge as well because that's what they seek out as relics. So they might be a good place to stop by as well.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, we're seeking out a relic.
Yeah.
It might be helpful to know what relic we're looking for.
Right. Which,
Or what it looks like, or something to that effect.
Head to the Pantheon.
To the Pantheon!
okay. So, you guys head to the Arcanium, and the Arcanium. Alright, so you go up the 100 steps, and everything is like kind of like white marble, like gray stone, and has a very nice shine to it. And you get to the top of the steps, and there are 7 different temples dedicated to each of the good deity, and then one large temple that is in the very back, but they're like 7 smaller areas for separate worship. People that are moving around, they're all dressed in a very scholarly manner or like a very religious manner. Different races of people just moving around and speaking, whatever. No one gives you an odd look or anything. As you go up there though, to your right, which I think would be the east, is a large, like, wide building made of stone and sectioned off in different areas, and there is a sign for the library and a bigger sign that says Arcania. So you guys go over to the library and you enter in there, and there's this older lady sitting at a desk right at the entrance with 2 giant stone statues to her left and right.
I mean, I don't know the. How old? She's an older woman.
Right. She's a dwarf and she's old, so she's very old.
Right. I'll go up to her, and I guess it's like, excuse me, my fine matron. May I ask a quick question about a reference of this library?
What is it, young man?
I wish to know where you keep your historical information, mostly about the final battle between the dwarves and those nasty demons.
You mean the war, the battle? That's pretty much the pinnacle of Dogladar's history?
Exactly. Where in this fine library is that information kept?
Everywhere. Are you a member of the Arcanium, perchance?
Not as of yet.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot help you or let you into the library at this time. Why are you asking for this information?
I simply wanted to immerse myself in your rich dwarven history.
Roll a bluff check.
I'm terrible at those.
Kramen comes up. It's like, hi. I'm trying to find the Seekers of Old. Where are they located?
They have a building near the temples. Did you not notice it when you first walked up the steps?
I saw so many wondrous buildings here. I wasn't sure which one it was. I am new to this city, and I do not know my way around.
Children nowadays don't understand anything.
You are right. I do apologize.
She gives you like a general direction of where it might be.
I don't think she caught my lie.
I don't think you're gonna be a member of the Arcadium anytime soon with that behavior.
I,
I'm gonna poke my head up and excuse me, ma'am. What are I am looking for personally? I am a huge fan of Dorn and his marvelous charge.
You and
And
every other dwarf.
Of course, how could we not be? But I'm looking for maps, perhaps, of his battle plans. Would you still have those around?
Are you a member of the Arcadium?
No, I am hope to be one. But I am not able to try to lie, because I am a terrible liar.
Unfortunately, I cannot give you access to this information. Why are you seeking it out?
Because I am a fanboy, of course.
that is the truth, though.
Yeah, you don't have to lie to that one.
I roll show my awesome tattoo. It's a ambiguous dwarf running down a hill. It's kind of shitty. I got it when I was young.
I don't know if my eyesight's going out or if that just looks horrible.
It's probably both.
Probably both.
What do you know of the competition set by the? Give me a sec for the name.
You mean Benadale?
Yes. What do you know about his competition?
Well, I was left some notes by some of his colleagues. Here, let me read right. Let me just find my monocle. Okay. Oh, it looks like anybody participating in this contest has temporary access to the library. Are you participating in this contest?
We are.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, we didn't
That's
really.
what I did.
You
Exactly.
just did.
Yes. That's why I asked.
Okay, you're allowed in. If I see you trying to steal anything, this guy and this guy, she points to the two stone statues right next to her, they're gonna have something to say about it.
Look up. Are they alive or are they just stone statues?
If you look at them,
Yeah.
they don't look
They're
alive at all.
golems.
It's an animation sort of spell.
Oh.
Sort of.
Cool. I wave at them anyway, and then I start heading back.
Do you like wave at them, like specifically to them?
Yeah. She said day's gonna come, so I figured even if it's animation, I still can be polite to them.
So they both have like one hand on their sword, like resting on the hilt, like the same hand on the same side of the hilt, and with the other hand, like their big stone arms just like pop out like faster than you would expect, probably startling each and every one of you, and they wave at you, and they put their hands back down, and they go motionless again.
That was cool.
I was not expecting that. All right, well, let's get into the reading.
So you guys head into this library, and well, I should have mentioned this while you were outside, but it is a giant tower, and it's a square tower. There is books like all on each wall on the outside, and then there's this platform that's like in the back of the middle wall, and you watch it as people are like getting on it and going up and down, and you look up, and it's almost like endless floors of the same thing, like the same amount of books. And like,
I do have before you left. Okay, go ahead.
oh, go ahead.
Before we left, lady, I wanted to ask: did the instructions say anything in particular about sections where we can where we should be going, can't go, anything like that? Don't want to have these two nice statues come and get us for unknowingly being in the wrong place.
No, there is no restricted sections to you that I can tell. Most sections are open to all members of Arcanium. There is that middle section that's floating between everything. If you can get to it, well, good luck. You can read whatever's there. But, oh, you have wings. You can probably do that. Most people can't.
Thinking about that.
There's a certain floating section?
There is a certain floating section. When you go in, just look up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
And, back to my previous question. You said that there's areas that are everywhere about the Dwarven War?
Everywhere. Why do you ask again?
Well, I'm looking for specifically of the area of the Infernal Burn.
The Infernal Burn. Really?
Yes.
You and every other person.
Yes. Well, which section is that in?
It's on this section. If you look up, it's on each of those sections. If you go to the middle, it's in that section.
Okay.
It's everywhere.
I particularly am looking for maps. Do you have
Maps?
those?
Maps about the area?
About the battle plans.
There's some on the first section, and there's a little more on the second, and a little more on the third.
That is where I will be heading to, and I'm going to walk off in that direction.
I'm going to fly up to the middle section to look for anything about relics lost during the battle or the location of the final charge in the middle section that's floating.
I'll do the same.
I'll look in section. I got several sections to look in. I'll just pick one that nobody else is going into.
Okay. Well, let's resolve. Let's just go in order the way people spoke. So, Tom, you are looking for just maps of the area?
Yeah, I'm looking for like maps of the battle line, strategy maps basically.
Of like the area of where they fought at in the Infernal Burn?
Where he said, then
Right.
where the front line.
Okay, go ahead, roll. You can either roll history or gather information check, either one.
See which one's better.
I know which one's my better.
History it is. I tripped and broke my eye out, I guess. Yes.
Mike. You can run up, stab a guy through the face in one hit, but like you try to roll a check, it just doesn't work out for you.
My wisdom is 0.
Well, yeah, you are not really able to find anything. Like you search, you're pouring through the maps, but you're not finding anything specific to the Infernal Burn. You're just finding like local area maps of the city, like directions in the past to like the mines that are nearby and shit like that, but nothing about the Infernal Burn.
Bored and start reading weaponry, and I just forget the entire task, I guess.
Crane and Therith, if you guys want to roll the same checks, what are y'all specifically looking for?
Gather information for, especially relics lost during that final battle at that final charge, or the name or location of the hill.
Okay.
With the heavy emphasis on the relic lost, trying to figure out what it is we're looking for, and I'm doing gather information.
So, people, yeah, Therith, what were you looking for?
I was probably going to do it for the relic itself also.
Okay. You can roll, yeah.
So, since you rolled so high, Kramen, you were actually able to pick a book out pretty quick and find this information. And within like 20 minutes, you tell everybody that the only thing that you need to find now is like a path to the hill. But you learn that there was a legendary dwarven general named Cragmouth, and he's the one that led the attack onto the Infernal Burn. The hill that they fought upon, it's like a hill that comes out at the end of a valley, and it's like a choke point that they were hoping to stop the undead creatures and the demons and everything from coming in. But they fought on that hill and died on that hill, but Cragmouth wielded a renowned steel hammer that had some kind of magical properties and is now considered a relic, and he's rumored to die fighting off 100 different creatures at the same time.
Well, so now we know what we're looking for. A hammer.
Is there enough of a description for me to be able to find? If I see it, I'll know what I'm looking at.
A giant
Right.
glowing hammer.
Yeah, you are, yeah, pretty much.
Well, I didn't know if there's like a lot of hammers in the dwarven army. Would I be able to know this one kind of thing?
Yeah, it's not like square shaped like a warhammer is. It's a cylinder, more round. It has like a round top to it. It has like kind of like a grady steel look to it, but it has runes that are going across the sides and comes out like at a pike as well. And then the wrappings are of more of like a white steel. If I was an artist, I could draw it for you. But yeah, it is definitely. You see pictures of it, and it's unlike anything you've seen.
Okay, so it's guaranteed I won't miss it if I find it.
Right.
Okay, that's what I really need to make sure to know.
And so do you relay this information as soon as you tell them like you figured out the general and everything?
Yeah, once I read through it, I will go around. Like I'll find everybody, go around and tell them. That way, we also know that we're looking now for a map to this hill to help us locate it faster.
Gotcha. Then if you want to try to roll to find the map, Koval. Koval.
Oh yeah. So roll to time. Hello. Let's see. Oh, look at that.
Nice. So at the same
It's very
time,
helpful.
he's like telling you that he found the hammer, figured out who it was. You're like, well, I figured out how to get there, and like you bust out this map that
It's
yeah.
like, now you say it is a dwarven relic, and this is most assured as to the fact that our party has two. They're both half dwarves in this stack, right?
Yeah.
Both. That we have two half dwarves because how much you want to bet that this magical artifact doesn't like non-dwarves?
Probably a fairly good chance.
It's probably why it's still there. So
Yeah.
I think one of our dwarven blooded friends may have to wield it if we find it.
I'm trying to look at Tom. It's all yours, my friend. I'm not gonna be able to use it.
I hold up my impressively average arms that are not very strong. I probably might be able to.
I mean, I could be wrong and mistaken, but it's always best to err on the side of caution.
Yes, well, let us.
A lot of time from some of the studies I did for I'm a blacksmith, and usually when something like that occurs, the item in question becomes occasionally sentient.
Oh, A sentient
So-
weapon.
But yeah,
Well, let us make
I'm a fairly
preparation.
accomplished.
Perhaps we'll.
So,
Sorry.
but we'll probably have to. We'll have to return it to the leaders of this
Well,
town.
that's the mission, my boy.
That is the
Yep.
whole point of this. So
That is our mission. We may get lucky. His spirit may still be on that battlefield. He might be willing to help us if we find him.
Yeah.
Maybe. So you guys, because you killed it with your information gathering checks, you were able to get it done, find all this information in about like 20 minutes total. Normally it would probably take you like 2 hours to find all this information. So
Yeah, we'll put all these books away. So anybody who else looks for them has to at least find them.
right.
We can't take the books with us because we were threatened by big giant statue men, and I'm not willing
I mean,
to
you
take
can
that
definitely
fight
try
on.
if you want.
I ain't willing to take that fight on.
how long would
You're,
it take me to
um,
safely draw the map and since I do have my ink and quill and I can use one of the pages from my spell book as parchment, so I would like to get regular parchment if I can from the lady. If I can from somebody, how long would it take me to faithfully get a good rendering of the map so we
To
know
sketch
where
it
we're going?
out properly,
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. So
Okay, I want to do that. That way we have our own copy of it.
Okay. You guys do notice also as you're like searching through all this information that there are giant, like transparent, magical eyes just floating around, watching everybody as they're doing their things.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, go ahead. Everyone, why don't you roll me perception checks? Jeez, there it is. There they are. Oh my. Alright, you all
How did I
notice.
do that twice in a row? First I get ones and now I get 20s. I wish my dice would decide which way it wants to go.
Yeah, always 20s, right?
Oh, this one is so you all notice and kind of like silently acknowledge it between all of you that there is another group of people that look like they're probably part of this contest, and they have taken like particular interest in you guys as y'all are around and talking amongst yourselves. But these people are like above your head, like stories above you. And they're kind of like looking down every so often, just like keeping their eyes on you.
Alright, well,
So you can see that there are more people progressing.
Can I keep them? What?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
My perception check. Can I tell if any of them are the flying creatures?
There are no Rogans.
Then I'm sure that perhaps we should either take that map or a random book and fly it to like a random section and stick it down.
I don't know the punishment for messing up where the order of the books are. I know stealing the book gets us stomped by statues, but I don't know about misplacing a book.
Interesting.
I mean, you can give it a shot, I won't stop you. But I also won't stop you from getting smushed.
Is there a return, like a place to return books, like it would at the regular library?
There's no way you're allowed to bring them out.
No. Is there like a return slot? That way, I can try and make it so they can't see me and put it there. That way, they can't just find it when I put it back.
Like you're talking about
Giving it back to the librarian before we go, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say if you were part of the Arcanium, you could probably check out a book and then return it back to Janice, but there's not like a box that says return books here or anything.
Okay, I didn't know if there's like some kind of like space where they just left the book until they put it back themselves.
And you're totally expected to return it back to the shelves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll just. I mean, they're watching us, but I'll quickly put the book away, kind of like hopefully outside of their view, wherever I found it,
Okay.
and then.
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Okay, how's good?
I'm pretty good at it. If you want me to do it.
Hold on, I want to check my.
But you also have to. We have to put ours back too. So if you want to do that one.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get a very good score, so
I'll hand it over to you. I only got a +3 to my sleight of hand. If you got a better sleight of hand than I, then I'll hand it over to you.
I have a +7.
That works for me. Go for it.
Yeah, you might put both of our books back. Oh, by the way, how long do we plan to go tonight? I don't mean.
That's for ours.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the second one. I was gonna ask you guys. Ooh.
Ouch.
I was gonna ask you guys if anybody had like a specific time they needed to get off at.
I need to be going kind of soon. Myself. So I mean, I can leave if you guys want to keep going, but I kind of need to get off soon.
Okay.
I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning. So.
I gotcha. Oh, and you're an hour ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
I can easily go till well, I mean, it's 10 right now for me. I can go an extra hour easily.
Right. I don't want to make Kratos wait an hour if you need to. We already lost another person. You want to just try to figure out how you guys are going to travel first before...
I think we're planning on going by boat first down the river, and then once we get to Tarim, I think we're going to have to take like some sort of horse or buggy or something like that to get to the Infernal Burn, assuming they're willing to go that way. I don't know the rules about going to the Infernal Burn.
Well, so is there anything else y'all want to do besides try to hide these books? You did want to go speak to the Seekers of Old, didn't you not? Kratos? Did we lose him already? Oh.
I just throw it into Discord anytime I see it happen.
I muted myself again, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You wanted to go speak to the Seekers of the Old, right? Seekers of Old?
We got all this information. You think?
Since we got the information we needed, I'll wait till we get back.
Okay.
I was going to do that to figure out what the relic was, but since I got that information,
right,
we can head out.
Okay. So you guys, do you want to make your way to the docks?
Make sure we have enough rations. How long's the trip, including to Hill and back?
If you went by foot, it's 6 days. By horseback, it's 3. If by boat, it's just a little over a day.
Once we get into the burn. Because I don't think we should take any kind of horses in there. We should leave them at the Eastern Watch.
Oh, that's like a 2-day walking journey.
Okay, so 4 days, probably...
No, I'm sorry. You can get there, if you left in the morning, you can get there by nightfall. Yeah, so it's pretty much a day journey. It's
a day journey to get from using the boat to Tarim. It takes a day, right?
Right, but a boat to Terra 10, they're not going to drop you off at Tarim. Tarim is an abandoned city filled with like thugs and like roving groups of barbarians.
So Terraton is the actual town, and the
Terraton is a town that was established.
This one, right? So which one's the established town? This one or this one?
This is an abandoned city.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
what
everyone left.
I was saying Tarim, but you both your towns have almost closely the same name. So
right, because Terraton is that Terraton was established after Tarim fell. Same thing with Dogladar. But the people that didn't want to stay at Dogladar went and established their own town on the river called Terraton, which is more of a dwarven settlement and less of like a cultural hub like Dogladar has become.
Alright, so we would get dropped off at Tarim?
Terraton.
Terraton.
Okay.
He would get dropped off on like the other side of the river, Terraton.
Okay.
And it takes a day to get to Eastern Watch, you said?
Yeah, about a day. Yeah.
Okay. And then now that we have the map for the burn, from the Eastern Watch to the hill, roughly, do you have any ideas?
Eastern Watch to the hill is gonna be a little over. The
Okay,
entrance to the hill would be from if you left from the entrance in the morning, you can get there at nightfall. So the Eastern Watch is gonna be like a day and a half.
Okay, so it's 1 day to Tarryton, 1 day to Eastern Watch, roughly, and then 2 days to the hill. So that's 4 days one way, 8 days another. So we probably should get at least 10 days worth of rations before leaving each.
I already have that on my character currently.
Well, do we have enough, though? I have 10 days worth of rations.
I have 15.
If you wanted to save yourself half a day, Eastern Watch is just like an established post.
Well, I mean, we probably should leave any horses we take, because I don't think we should take them into the burn.
So if you take a horse, then you get to the Eastern Watch half a day. Same thing with getting over here. If you got dropped off Tarrington this way, on the edge of like green grass or trees, and you like want to stay on the road time instead of like, then it would take you a day to get. So you would save yourself about half a day. So
Yeah, it's my only worry is with the horses, which I'm not sure we can even afford at this point, because we would have to buy the horses.
Yeah, because we'd have to bring them onto the ship with us. I think
So-
because I don't see unless we got dropped off here, which is an abandoned town or something.
No,
we-
Terraton is not.
Tarrington's not the Tarum is a abandoned town.
Okay, so unless we got dropped off here and got the which would put us on the wrong side, which would extend our length of time. I don't know if we can actually bring horses with. Would they allow horses on a boat? I don't know.
Yeah,
the rules
usually
on
there's
that one.
there's like actual ferries where you can bring horses upon them.
Yeah,
Let's
so
not
we
worry
have
about the
to-
horses,
we'd have to-
though.
Okay, so without horses, then it's gonna take us 8 days then. Without
Wait.
horses.
Yeah.
6 days if you wanted to walk it from Dalgladar to the Infernal Burn. But if you went downriver, that's only going to be a day to get to like right here. And
Yeah.
then it would take you about another day to go up this path and
Okay.
get to the entrance. And then from there would be one more day. So it would take you about 3 days total to get to the hill.
Okay, so it's about 3-day journey down, and I'm not sure about getting back, but we're not going to be worried. I mean, once we have the tool, we won't be able to get back up the river the same way we came, right? There's not going to be a pickup for
No,
us.
you can.
when it comes-
It's like the Mississippi River, man. It's not like just a tiny little thing. It's like it's a big expanse.
Because it would take us 7 days to do it by land, right?
7, yes, to get to the hill. 6 days
Uh,
to get to like the Infernal Burn, and then one more to get up there.
I say we take the boat down
Yeah,
to
definitely boat. Boat would
and
take us. I mean, it halves our travel time by
boat to there, walk to there, and go to there.
and then do the same thing going back. We'll
If
have
we
to. We'll have
If we can
to.
afford the boat.
Yeah, but make certain that whoever's carrying it puts it deep in their backpack so it's not realized that we got it. Because if any of our proponents see the fact that we have this lovely hammer, they're gonna take us
Perhaps
out.
we
to
leave
get-
the large glowing hammer-sized pack because I only have this regular-sized large pack.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Really big enough.
I don't think there's any good way to conceal it without getting a brand new pack for somebody. And we don't know how large the well, would a hammer fit inside a large backpack? Since we know the hammer's description.
I mean, you can put it in there, but it's gonna be sticking out.
I've got this blanket I can wrap around it. Time comes.
Yeah, I mean, you could wrap it and hide it to make it look like something else, and yeah,
The old blanket should take care of the issue.
yeah.
Let's
Okay.
hope.
Yeah, so if we have at least 10 days worth of rations each, that's enough to cover both getting there and getting back with no issues. So I'd say that's the plan.
And I'm gonna fish on the way out there, so got that one covered.
Okay, so do you want to? Well, we can just call it now, and then, yeah, figure out everything next week whenever we play again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. I hope you guys had fun. I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Took us a little. Wait, we had to warm up to each other, but we're working well off of each other.
Yeah, your roleplay honestly is pretty great. I gotta say. Did you take improv classes at some point?
Who? Me?
You?
No.
That's a
I don't
real
think so.
question. Yeah.
Trick question. Gotcha.
No, it's not. It's not a
You're
trick
supposed to-
question. It's a
You're
real
supposed to
question.
say yes and.
Yes, and
Yes.
yeah. So, as soon as you said no, I was like, yeah, definitely not.
No, I didn't take any improv. It's just how my characters think sometimes, and I just get into their mindset. So don't ask me how I do it.
You do a good job. Just wanted to commend you on that.
Oh, thank you.
No.
This is why I say I like finding a voice for my characters.
Right. Did you guys notice anything that kind of seems like a wonky mechanic or anything that bugged you?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think.
No, I can't think of anything.
Not currently.
That's good.
I mean, it's still a system I'm getting used to. So
Right.
I'm learning on the things, the attacks, and the defenses. Everybody has high defense, but very low health.
Think that same thing.
Yeah. Well, that's first level for you. You know.
Mm,
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that continues to play out later on. We go.
mhm.
And also that was also by happenstance. So I'm just letting you know. Maybe don't think that's how it's gonna be every single time because
No, these are most of the fight we had. Those are only minor characters. We haven't encountered the boss yet.
right.
Well, the boss is gonna be nastier then.
It's true.
By the way, with the skills, I think I got at least one rank for perception from that. I think because I got multiple. I think I got at least 3 passes.
Yeah. That's that is something that I have to get used to too because it's very much an active thing that we gotta do. Sorry.
Are we supposed to pay attention to the number of passes we have for something?
Yes, for skills. And I should be paying attention and letting you guys know every single time you pass or every single time you fail. Because every single time you pass, for most skills that you have, it will increase your like hands-on amount. So eventually like you will be able to level up your skill that way.
Oh, that's a cool mechanic.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I really want to do a long-term campaign instead of like those short ones because like the whole skill training and other types of trainings really play a bigger part in the long-term campaigns.
All right. Well, all right. We'll have to. I'm not gonna hold it to you this time or myself because we're just learning. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a I do know of though I've never played them, I do know of a couple role-playing games that actually use that type of system.
Oh, really?
Where if you succeed on something, you get experience for your skill or whatever it is.
Right.
It actually doesn't even go by like with yours, you primarily go by for leveling. You go by milestone points.
Speak.
Well, a few from what I'm at first level, after you have 3 milestone points, your second level. Correct?
Right. I was gonna mention we also have 1.5 milestone points to award to everybody.
Okay.
1.5. So I have 1.5.
So we're halfway there.
Halfway to level 2. Yeah, we will
But
see.
there was another system that I know of where they use what is called legend points, and it's not just that. It's not just you don't have actual levels.
Right.
You use your legend points to increase your attributes, increase the power of your magic items. Unlike in most role-playing ones, you can upgrade the magic items that you get to a. Some of them can be after it gets to like rank 6 would be considered in AD and D&D and such as a relic type.
Right.
Is that powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah, as they progress, they gain new abilities and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's definitely some ideas that I've had about doing the leveling system because I'm not the biggest fan of just like a straight leveling system. But as of right now, this is the thing that I really want to test out. Um, but I will try to like remember about the skill checks, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look through the Roll20 chat and just tell everybody individually what they might have successes on, so they can
I
put
know
that
one
down.
thing I don't, and that's lying. I failed both times.
Yeah, no, bluff is not. Yeah. But as far
I'm
as like
not. I'm not
gathering
that.
knowledge and the history checks that you guys made, like right at the end, all those perception checks, like those 4 that you guys just made, like right at the end, you all should get like 1 check off of that, you know?
Mhm.
Um, yeah, but I'm just gonna have to go through and try to remember what everything was. I'm recording everything, so maybe I'll just go and rewatch the video. It's just, it's 3 hours long. So,
I mean that. Hey, people have watched more unexciting things as videos. So
right. Yeah. It just depends on if I have 3 hours to do it for. At the very least, I'm gonna give you guys
well, if not
ranks.
today, always tomorrow.
Well, definitely not today. At the very least, though, I will give you guys successes, and I'll let you know what those successes are.
Before we go, I wanted to talk with you about the bulk stuff for the carrying and whatnot. Everyone else.
I'm, I'm sorry, what was that? You're kind of breaking up.
I wanted to talk with you about the bulk carrying and stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah, let me turn off the stream. I think that was it. You guys didn't really have anything else for me.
Nope.
Uh,
Have a
We
good night,
good.
and thank you for the game.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I'm really sorry it took forever to get us going. I know some of you have been waiting forever, but I think I got the system a lot more working order, in a lot better working order than it used to be. So
It's really in depth, and I'm really enjoying it.
I'm glad. I'm glad that you guys are having fun.
We're gonna see what sort of chaos we can create.
I know. I'm excited for y'all's group dynamic too.
I mean, it's a good
Um,
thing that guy whoever saved that poor armless woman saved her. I probably would have put her out of her misery.
My guy is supposed to be. He's good natured. He's not righteous. He's good natured. So I'm like, I probably should try to save her since she's not dead yet.
I mean, I wasn't certain she was dead or not. When you're armless, I usually consider you dead. I wouldn't have been cruel about it. I would have just been like, touch, you die.
Oh yeah, yeah, you would have.
I have the exact opposite of what's the name of that move that you touch somebody and they live?
Stabilize or
Not
no.
the spell.
I know. I'm trying to think of it too.
Uh, it's a cantrip. Spare the dying. I have the exact opposite of spare the dying.
Yeah. You have kill the dying.
Yes, kill the dying.
Well, have a great night, and thanks again.
Yeah. Go get some sleep. Thanks.
Yes. Bye. See you next week.